everybody, and
Hello,
welcome
everybody.
to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. There's my camera. I am Stalkers, the Dungeon Master, and this is the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. Now, our party has a lot going on. They just killed an ancient dragon, but before we get into that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, as always, we'd like to give a shout out to the amazing artists who do work for our stream and help bring the quality that it is today. First, we have Starving Artist, who does all of our character art that you see below the stream and some of our players' cam feeds. You can find out her art info and the commission info on our Discord by using the command !Discord and go to the Masters of Art channel to see their pricings to get your character art done today. We also have Midnight Syndicate, which is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. You can find their music videos on YouTube, listen to their playlist on Spotify, or ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. Along with Midnight Syndicate providing music are the Fictor Brothers. The Fictor Brothers create the Celtic and fantasy music that you'll be hearing throughout the stream as well. You can go subscribe to their YouTube channel right now with a direct link for !Fantasy for their YouTube channel link and !Syndicate in our chat for the Midnight Syndicate website link, or midnightsyndicate.com. And thank you to the artists, and we appreciate you being in the stream with us. In other news, a week from tomorrow is our special holiday one-shot featuring some of our players that are in the normal campaign and extras from our community. So be sure to tune into that. It should be quite a ride. I threw out my entire plan last night, and I am remaking it now. So, jazz hands. I don't have any other announcements to get through, so I think we should just go ahead and get into it. What do you all think?
Yeah, let's kill this bitch.
Yes. Yeah, so go ahead and grab your drink, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table and begin this session of Prestige Encounters.
Woo! Oh.
Ooh.
Welcome back, everybody.
And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, the champions of Cataran had continued their battle into the palace of the kingdom of the Varlarian Empire. Here, they battled two vampires in Lenore Valine's simulacrum. Shada falling in battle, being resurrected by a lightning bolt of power, giving him 3 levels in Paladin, replacing those he lost in Warlock. They killed one vampire, the other one got away. The Norvaline simulacrum was destroyed and became a pile of ice. And as the party regathered, with Shada's mother in tow, they heard the sound of warning bells as the ancient white dragon, Zargrim Donmore, had begun his attack on the capital of Restoria. The party decided to vacate the palace, making their way to the College of Magic, rescuing a paladin from the Sekhmet theocracy by the name of Imra, a Goliath, who had just fallen in battle while fighting some sort of possessed enchanted sword where the gem shattered, releasing the psychic energy upon its destruction. You all made your way to the Zalbrin College of Magic and were promised by Bullen Frail that he would buy you an hour to prepare and help with the evacuation of his students. During this time, Lenore Valine revealed herself to the College of Magic, being escorted by Sam directly to the party for healing, being seriously injured, and here a deal was struck. She would guide the party safely to the Tierasdun Asylum for her life being insured by the party, letting her live in her severely injured state. Zargrim Donmore struck down this flying minotaur in the air that was revealed to be the one of the head priests, one of the archbishops of the Sekhmet theocracy, and then made his way to the Zalbrin College of Magic. Here the party did battle, taking heavy damage on their side, but nobody fell before Zargrim Donmore himself was slain and crashed into the ground. It was also revealed that Bullen Frail, the Archmage of the Zalbrin College of Magic, was some sort of undead creature wearing a fake face of flesh, and he teleported away. So, the ancient dragon Zargrim Donmore just fell and crashed into the ground below. You all are standing in the courtyard of the Zalbrin College of Magic, with a gate opened up by Lenore Valine, who still has it open. What would you all like to do?
Yes! Well done! That's what I'm doing.
I would to immediately start to loot that dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna start ripping teeth out and trying to cut off scales and shit.
Just disrespect it.
Yeah, me too. I'll help with that.
I'm kind of
think I will.
They're a little bit shocked. Like, so we killed one of them.
Yes, the first of many.
Alright, so those of you who are wanting to harvest things from this dragon, make a medicine check. One of you can do it with advantage if you so choose.
Who has the...
Can I make a strength check because I'm just ripping teeth out?
Sure. I have a 5. I've got a 5. Does anybody have better than a 5?
I'm not quite sure, but
It's a 17 for my strength check for ripping out teeth.
Yeah, you rip out quite a bit of teeth, enough to hold in your arms.
Yeah,
you can make. We'll say
that
20 dragon teeth.
Yay!
Nice. You can make that medicine check. Use SQ with advantage.
Yeah, okay. I will do so. That's 5 with advantage. That is a crit.
Oh boy.
So what's the total?
25.
25. Yeah, you feel like you know how to properly harvest the parts of the dragon, the scales, and whatever else you might want to take. It could take you a bit of time, but you feel like you could do it more confidently and quickly than anyone else right now, with the assistance of your party members.
I'm definitely going to take as much as I can, because Hughes-Escu is very upset at this dragon, so he's going to skin him alive.
Yeah, or he's dead.
He's dead, so...
He's skinning him dead.
Yeah, Shadow would hand him the sword if it helps.
How much time do you want to allot to harvesting this dragon?
Hughes Eskew would like to do it for as long as possible, but I don't know about the rest of the party.
I need to know how
Well,
much.
I would like to keep an eye on Lenore Valine. While
We
we
are
Yeah, I'm heading over to
going
her. Right?
We are
At this
going through
point,
the
I'm walking
portal,
over to her.
right?
Nope.
How long does a gate last?
The spell gate lasts. I think it's a minute or until concentration is dropped.
Okay, so we
the
don't have much time.
concentration is dropped.
I mean, as long as we have Lenore,
up to a minute.
that's how you.
It is up to 1 minute. So like, the last of the students do get through.
We're gonna have to push this thing through if we want to harvest everything.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Summon Dragonic Spirit, specifying a metallic one. So a large dragon appears, and I order it to help us move the corpse through the portal.
So
I'm gonna point the scruff of the dragon's neck.
Make a
Gotta get that
strength
part.
check for that draconic spirit.
I'd be assisting too.
Let me just double check its strength score. Okay, it's a +4.
Maybe that draconic spirit should assist us.
That's fair.
So you can
You
guess
wanna-
though is that no matter how quickly you're able to push this dragon or move its body, this is considered a gargantuan creature.
Oh yeah, that's
It
right.
would take you more than the 45 seconds that you have left to get through the gate from the perspective where you are versus where they are. Moving at some total of 65 feet.
I'm sure they're gonna keep the corpse.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we still have some dragon scales. So
Yeah, we
But
have
it's an
dragon
ancient-
scales and Flint. I mean, we also have ancient gold dragon scales, if I'm not wrong, right? Or is it just adult gold dragon?
yeah, we should have the gold ones too. So
Regardless,
we don't really need these.
Flint pulled a bunch of teeth.
Yeah!
With that crit that I got, can I just like really quickly just
For the
start
next
taking-
minute, get
Yeah,
as many skills as possible.
get as many as I feasibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you trying to do it within 45 seconds?
I mean,
Or
if
are
I
you...
do it for
'cause
the entire 45
I think there's
seconds, it
some
would.
confusion because
oh,
right now
oh.
that gate is leading to the Elven lands, the Elven forest.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do we want to go there?
so I mean,
Is
it's
there
up-
any?
I mean, we're not really in any immediate danger. We already killed the dragon, right?
Can we see
Yeah.
the world map real quick?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what we needed to see.
Why don't we
Right.
just?
Because his mom is safe, and the Elven lands are much closer to that lake we'd eventually need to get to.
And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
So
Well,
okay.
Okay, where Elven lands are they going?
So they were going
Cyrodiil?
to the capital of the old capital of the Elven lands, which would be Cyrodiil, if I remember correctly. Yes, Cyrodiil.
Okay, and we need to go here, and we are here. So why don't we just stay here, loot the dragon, then go there?
We go through that portal now. We can check in. We can make sure Elith's child is all right, and we can ensure that we know where they were sent. Does that make sense?
Didn't we
That's
already?
Gary went with.
Yeah, Gary went with Shada's mom
yeah.
to Thorm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not where they're going.
No, he'll be okay though.
Did anybody go with the children through the gate, or is it just like a horde of children?
The
Lenore
professors.
will.
They
Faculty.
should be supervised then. Then they don't really need our immediate
They'll be
help.
fine. They don't need us. Let's stay here. Continue fucking up this dragon, and then go get the dragonborn from that evil bitch.
Just we need one person to like strong armor to make sure she doesn't try to go through the gate.
I'm
That's
approaching
pretty
her at
cool.
this point.
Okay, good.
If I wanted to
Yeah.
go through the gate, I would have gone through already during the battle.
This is also fair.
That is true.
No, your commitment has become evident. Thank you for your help here. I hope what you've seen today will go a long way towards changing your estimation of what we are and what we can do. This was just the beginning. That was one of the big ones, but I expect they just get bigger from here.
From my knowledge, he was one of the weakest.
Yes. And certainly not the last. So, can we count on you?
For now.
No.
At the very least, can we count on you to agree that our interests are aligned at this point? None of us want to see this place decimated by their kind.
I would agree to that.
And further, those Dragonborn that you've been abducting, they need to be released. Will you agree to that too?
If I can talk some sense into the fair doctor.
Then you'll be accompanying us, yes?
I can, but do not rely on my word for merit in the asylum.
No, I imagine we'll be relying on more practical things. And I'll just do a little flourish with my sword and then sheath it. Right, okay. Well, while they're butchering that corpse, I imagine now is the time for us to take stock. You look a little weak. Perhaps you might want to sit down for the next few minutes. After that, shall we adjourn then?
One thing I'll probably want to do with the hour I have left on this dragon is I can go ahead and hop on its back and do a quick once over the city, see how bad it currently is, and if we need to like go kobold hunting or anything.
Yeah, make a perception check as you fly over the city.
Oops. Not very good. Can my dragon make one too? It's a 4.
It would be you. Your mount doesn't make a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, it's really hard to tell. The snow is still falling. The storm. And, you know, as soon as you leave the bubble around the college, it's just a sleet storm. There is no smoke rising anywhere, but there are a few destroyed buildings. Quite a bit. When I say a few, it's there's several. Rows and lines of ice spikes are just very high up, some taller than the houses. And as you fly, the only thing you're able to really hear is the sound of a bell tower, clock tower, ringing 12 times to signify that midnight has come.
Real quick question. Last week I remember them saying that what's his name? Veldrich was evacuated. Did we learn where to? Or just that he was?
The ministers and the emperor were all evacuated to Terranold and Ayash.
Okay. You're gonna have to put killing him on the back burner then.
Wow.
Okay.
All the way over there.
I will go ahead and return to the group.
It's quicker to get there by boat.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's quicker to get there by magic.
Do you know magic?
It's more true.
No. You
Me neither.
Did.
I bet he sounds like a pretty cool guy who'd fucking hate her guts.
Yeah, you're a chaplain in that? Yeah. He's
Mm-hmm.
very angry. He's a bit brash. Anyway. Hopefully he shows up again.
Maybe hot-headed might be a better term.
You seem to know a lot.
I'm just spitballing here, you know.
Yeah, it's eerie. It's like, how do you do that? It's weird. God, I don't know. I'm feeling a little buzzed. I don't know about you, everyone, but that was a dragon. A big one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. Didn't get
Come on,
a
I bet
scratch
you're
on
happy
me.
about that. You got
I
the
wish
killing
I-
blow, didn't you?
Oof.
That I
Is
did.
that Is that 3 dragons that you've got the killing blow on?
I know Zark got the killing blow on one of them.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do a little something with a dragon, didn't you?
I got to take one to the astral plane where it escaped from me, and then I got chased by a scary thing.
I think you could safely chalk that up to a draw with the dragon.
So
He
I'll
did
say
run away!
At this
He
point,
did.
you all have harvested, like, Hughes has harvested the dragon for about 30 minutes, gotten a fair amount of scales, about 50 pounds of white dragon scales.
Ooh.
What else are you looking for other than just scales?
I mean, we've got teeth covered.
Maybe a couple claws.
Bones, honestly.
How big
I don't
would
think
a
we could fit any
dragon
bones
eye
anywhere.
be?
don't
This
know.
dragon's eye is about the size of a basketball.
Let me cop that.
Isn't like one of them like clouded over?
Yes.
Yeah, give me that one.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yaga.
Yaga.
Because it
Yeah,
was scarred.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, Flint.
Yeah?
You think
No?
our travel on our travels you could use some of this this meat and try to make a timber out of it?
Hmm.
A
Dragon
dragon
timber.
eats
The food chain.
timber.
Dragon timber.
That might be.
It's probably gonna be kind of tough, but I'll try. And I'm gonna
I
start
don't know, folks.
honking off some meat.
Anytime I've ever tried to eat an alpha predator in the wild, the stomach doesn't sit right afterwards.
A,
Are you a good cook?
a small group
I'm
of
a good
guards clad in black armor do enter the grounds of the college, and they run up to Lenore, and they say a few words to her, and then she kind of like waves her hand, dismissing them, and they go back off. It seems that whatever forces remained in the city have been pushed out, and they are now
Good news.
retreating.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's good news.
That is
One less thing to worry about.
I sent a message to the other ministers to not return until the city is secure. Which the guard here will take care of that.
What's the situation in the city now? How much damage did they do? Do you know?
It was a handful.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
We can't let this happen again to another city.
Hasn't it happened to like a bunch of cities? Like
Yeah.
all over the place? Everywhere except for here?
There's not a whole lot of cities left. I mean,
Anarchy!
I have to wonder where they'll be hitting next.
You guys hear a groan as well, and leaning in the doorway from the part of the college where you came from, is this Goliath kind of like holding his waist and kind of leaning against the doorway, wearing the white and blue armor of the Second Theocracy.
Oh yeah, him.
A survivor!
Hey there, big guy! I hope your head doesn't hurt too much. I dropped you a couple of times. Sorry.
Where am I? Yeah,
The
Alright,
college.
you're safe. You're at the Wizarding College here. We managed to get you out of the mess that you were in there. And it looks like
That's what we
managed to
killed.
take care of the little dragon problem here.
It seems that the Archbishop already did a fair amount of damage on him before he came to you. Where is he?
The dragon is right there.
The Archbishop.
I don't know who that is.
Did he fall from the sky when he was fighting the dragon?
He's the guy who was secretly an undead, right?
No.
No, the Archbishop,
The
the
Minotaur,
Minotaur,
is who
right?
he's referring
Yeah.
to.
Oh, gotcha.
You sure that
Yeah,
was him?
We saw him. We lost track of him.
I gotta go find him. He starts to walk off, but he like stumbles and falls to his knee, coughing up quite a bit of blood as he does so.
You are in no shape to do this on your own. Who knows what's still out there? Do you need some company there?
Are any of you a healer?
Yep. I gotcha. I'm gonna give him a pat on the back, and in doing so, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at the 2nd level. Give him that much.
Mhm.
Go and roll for cure wounds.
12 points of healing.
Thank you.
Friend, what's your name?
My name is Idra the Just. Champion
Idra
of
the
the
Just.
theocracy. And guardian of the prison of the unspoken one.
Oh,
Well met.
the unspoken
Jack, these are the champions of Tierasdun here.
I've heard of you. Quite a bit defeats around the world, from what I hear. We have had a few of our champions keeping an eye on you these past few months.
Oh, indeed.
Well, past year.
We were gone for a bit of time.
Indeed.
I was gone for a long time.
Yes, you were, Flint.
Like 2 years.
We could use all the allies we could get.
Mhm.
Where were you heading now?
I need to find the Archbishop.
Of course, and then what?
We go home. The council and the other champions will want to hear about what has happened here.
Well,
And
I suppose we'll have to fill you in.
And we cannot be away from our post for long.
Reasonably.
Understood.
Reasonably.
Well, I'll trust that when you relate the events of the day, you'll shine on us something of a favorable light.
I will. Do any of you go with him to look for the Archbishop?
Do you need an escort?
I mean, that dragon I have is still up for an hour. It might as well be used.
If you're going to be working on that, I'll go with him. With whoever wants to come with me.
I could definitely go and help. Also, like I am in tip-top shape. I could help if anything happens on the way.
Also, someone with better perception than me better be on the dragon with me so that we can get better bird's eye view than what I'm capable of.
What perception do you have?
-1.
Ooh, I've got +5, so I could probably help.
What about Zark? What type of perception does Zark have?
Probably way better than me. It's probably like
Zark
over
has
10.
really good perception.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's probably the best bet, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and get him.
Zark will stick around with you. Yeah, he's low health. He's going to stick around with that.
Perfect. So I will go ahead to take Zark flying, and we will be searching. What is Zark's perception? Does anybody have access to make a roll for him?
Yep. Yeah, +7. Here comes. And it's a sight-based perception roll, so he gets advantage. Here it comes. That's a 17.
So you set out looking through the city, and you kind of guide him to where you can best guess where the you watched the bishop fall as you were leaving the palace and evacuating it. As you walk through the city, there are people kind of starting to come out of these buildings behind ruins. Several bodies in the street are frozen in ice. There's a thin layer of ice as well across the surface of the streets and houses, kind of like after a fresh ice storm, how everything's like coated with that thin, shining layer, kind of glistening in the moonlight of the sky. The sleet does begin to let up, and there's just this quietness in the air, like when there's a new snowfall, like how it just absorbs the sound. There is quite a bit of sniffling and quiet sobbing that you catch here and there. Most people are still gathering themselves back from the shock and start to come out of it. You see an older woman kind of walking down the street yelling, "Ellen! Ellen!" Looking for someone that she's lost.
Oh god, I hope Alan's okay.
This is
Mhm.
shameful.
Yes, it is.
Very.
They weren't ready. And I imagine
Who could
very
be?
few will be. What could they have done differently? What do you see?
I see. Before the dragon attack, I saw an ignorant bliss about the people.
Mhm.
We say ignorance around here, but please go on.
The empire is too large to survive a powerful attack like this. And should I fail in my... should we fail in our responsibilities, they will certainly not live to see the day.
Well, all the more reason to spread the word. When emerging after this, I'd be surprised if anyone doesn't take it seriously from here on. I imagine also that they'll be on a vengeful path, having lost now one of their generals, if that's what he was.
May the fire of divine bless them.
Can I ask you something? You've been keeping an eye on us, so presumably you're keeping an eye on a number of adventurers around this side of the world. Have you heard of anyone called the Silver Band? It's a group that, as far as we're aware, they're operating up north.
Last we saw them was before the war in Iosh. They were helping a town with a plague, since they've been rather dormant in their responsibilities. Mostly monster hunting throughout the Empire, but they seem to be perfectly capable of that.
That's good to know. Do you think they'll be up for a fight against the dragon? Because last we heard, they may well be in possession of something of interest to them.
I don't think many would be prepared for a fight against one of those. Do you notice something? As you're like walking further, like you're starting to make your way to the middle ring now, and the outer ring of the city. And he looks around and he says, "This was attacked first. Where are all the bodies?"
Awfully bare.
You see this wall of a house collapse inward, and kind of like stepping out through this opening is a minotaur wearing tattered white robes, black fur, and large horns coming out from the sides of the head curving upward, wielding a staff made of gold with rubies inlaid into it. Archbishop, and he runs up and he like kneels. I got separated, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Just the Minotaur kind of starts to step down and comes out, and he goes, "Do not worry. I am perfectly fine. Less to say about the citizens of this land."
The threat, at least for now, is over. At least for today's threat. Archbishop, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And you? What is your name?
You can call me Jack. And this is, and I've lost track of who's come with me.
It was Shada.
Shada.
I was searching for
Shada.
them. Do I see where they're at currently?
You would have been following them from the sky.
Okay.
Zarg is also in the sky.
Okay. This is Shada. We managed to face off against that thing right towards the end there. It had been slightly wounded. We managed to finish it off. So it's dead. Job's done. At least this one.
Yeah,
After I got a few hits in myself,
I'm sure you
I'm
helped
glad
a
it's
lot.
gone.
What brought you here? Were you part of the meeting today of the world's leaders, or did you know somehow that the threat was coming?
I am part of the Council of Five that governs over the Sekhmet theocracy.
Of course.
Hmm.
You appear to have missed the rest of them. They've fled now to Yosh, as far as I'm aware.
Cowards, all of them.
Perhaps not as fighters, not as skilled as fighters as you are. Can I ask, what's next for you? Are you returning home?
Our responsibility lies within our borders. We keep the world safe from an ancient evil that many choose to forget. But we do not.
Of course. Well, here we are facing this ancient evil. And, while you may not have seen it, perhaps your man can attest to what we were able to achieve. I say this because, as far as I can tell, we're on a mission to get rid of these things for the world. And our travels may end up taking us to your neck of the woods. If that were the case, I would hope we would be received as the allies we would like to be.
Enra, what do you have to say for them? They fought valiantly. They saved me as well. They call themselves the champions of Kataran.
I think that's what the people call us.
Well, if you ever find yourselves in the blessed city of Damad, you shall be welcomed as my honored guests.
We thank you for that,
Well,
Archbishop.
it's very gracious of you to nod. Yes.
Thank you. So,
Okay.
what would be our next step from here?
Let's reconvene. Oh, there you are. You see anything from the sky?
A lot of
How's the damage look from up there?
A lot of destruction, a lot of icy spears. Honestly, those icy spears might collapse as they melt, so it might be safer to have them melted from the top down. Other than
Yeah.
that, like, not sure. Like, there's probably plenty of places for like those kobolds to be hanging out, but other than that, everything seems to be a lot more peaceful.
And
All right. And just turning to our new friends, we have at our disposal some means of medical transport. Do you require any such thing, or are you able to get to where you need to be?
The Archbishop puts his hands up. We are capable of returning home. We will leave
Excellent.
the continued care of the city to its military. I suggest you do the same.
He's right. We have pressing things to do. Let's reconvene with the group.
Okay.
yeah,
Do you want to fly back, or wait? How much of an hour has passed?
This has been about an hour itself. So, like, as you landed, your spiritual dragon would have been disappearing.
Okay. Yeah. So I can't do that again today. So we'll just go ahead and
It
have to
served its
walk back.
purpose, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, at least we don't have to go through the sewers again.
that much is true, but hate to see the city in ruins.
And Jack,
Yes.
may the fire of divine bless you on your journey.
And you as well.
There's a flash of golden light and they're gone.
Hmm. Denard. Can't say I've heard of the place.
Well, it's in the theocracy, right?
Hmm. Quite a ways away from here. Although who knows? We may find ourselves there fairly soon.
Perhaps. I do like how that archbishop thinks.
Yes. Yes.
A world leader that doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. If it means protecting the world.
Few and far between, I suppose. Just goes to show they're not all bad, eh?
I'd hope not, considering I'm one of them now.
Hmm. And what's next for you, Shadow? I mean, you can't be wandering around with us all this time.
That's true.
This whole time.
I assume once we reach some sort of peacetime, I'll return to my home and rule as I'm supposed to, instead of leaving my uncle to do it for me.
Sensible. Do you think he'll let go so easily? Regents have a tendency to hold on.
Knowing him, he probably wouldn't have any issue giving up all that paperwork to me. He wasn't as much of a, scholar as much as my father was. I didn't take that part from my father either.
Fair. So by now we're making our way back, I suppose, just through the streets.
Mhm.
Yep.
How about you, Sam? Anyway.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't
Honestly,
mention. Yeah. Yeah.
when this is all over, I'm still not sure. Maybe I'll just go get a fishing boat and a small shack somewhere.
That sure sounds peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
That's
I was
nice.
raised on the water, and one day I'd like to go back to it.
I like that for you. Quiet life. Fewer explosions.
Oh yes, I would very much like that.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks for role-playing with me, guys.
Eventually, you guys make your way back to the Zalran College of Magic, where Huzescu has just finished up harvesting this dragon, gathering quite a bit of scales, bones, that sort of thing. Flint has harvested quite a bit of meat, and Elf is doing elf things. And Lenore's
So
kind of
she's
just
not like sacrificing anyone, is she?
Lenore's
No,
sitting
she's
there
ripping out eyeballs.
meditating.
Oh, okay.
I hope you all know how you're going to transport all that.
By
In
hand
my
if we have to.
stomach?
How filled is Huzescu's bag of holding at the moment?
That's a very good question. That seems like a DM level question.
I don't know what's in it.
You got the contents of it.
Keep track of
Oh,
it.
I thought you
We
meant,
have
like-
some scales in it,
I
right?
thought you meant like after. No, my bag should be like. It's empty.
It's empty?
There should be something in it.
Completely empty. No, I had that one head in it. Elith had me hold on to. I gave it to her. I kept my old armor in there and like a warhammer, but I dumped those things back at our storeroom back at the Flint and Steel. So it's completely
Beauty.
empty.
Who has the other dragon scales?
I think we left them behind.
Oh yeah, we did. Did we put them away?
I think Kelwyn might have them.
Ooh.
Cullen
Cullen-
had a bag of holding, but you all deposited them at the Flint and Steel.
Okay.
So I've got a fresh bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to hold the 2 eyeballs and everything, and this dragon's corpse is completely mutilated, but, you know, reasonably
Fuck
so.
'em.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you have a total of 200 pounds of white dragon scales, 250 pounds of dragon bones, and about 100 pounds of dragon fillets. 2
Yay.
eyeballs, and a partridge and a pear tree.
Excellent.
Yay, dragon meat.
Just what I wanted for Christmas.
I'm gonna make ribeye.
Okay, so I should be able to efficiently
how that
fit
will taste.
like all of that in here. Let's see.
I think,
Are you ready to go now? I must return to the Emperor.
I believe so, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
And where am I taking you?
I think we should save Lumiscon first.
Asylum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we're going. Yeah.
Asylum.
Very well.
The asylum is in Grey Keep, right?
Nope, it's the Tierasdun.
Here's
It's in Tierasdun. We could make for Tierasdun. Camping at some point along the way beforehand. We'll need a rest. All of us.
I think she's saying she's gonna teleport us there.
Mm-hmm.
And that works.
I will
Mhm.
teleport you into one of the holds of the Ministry of Information, one of its safe houses.
Perfect. We'll hold up there. Take on Tierasdun the following day. Does that work for everyone?
Yeah,
That works.
should.
it is getting kind of late.
Yeah, I'm not particularly tired though. Weirdly
I
enough.
mean, we did just take down a dragon, and so and like, Silver Magic is pretty exhausted.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Hmm.
Did a good job.
Imagine being tired after fighting a dragon. Couldn't be me.
Apparently not me either.
Hey, God brought you back to life. You can't talk.
Yeah,
you know?
we need to talk about that over at the campfire, you guys. Because
Mhm.
Jack and I still don't really have the full clue about what y'all are really talking about.
Yeah.
He died, and then I'll tell you later.
He looks alive to me. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
All right, Lenore. We're ready.
That we are.
Very well. How many are there of you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
There's
7. Dark.
7.
7.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so she mutters a few arcane words, and soon enough, you all find yourselves in a dimly lit wooden room with bookshelves lining the walls. There's a crew table. It's meant for survivability, not necessarily comfort. It's rather crowded.
All right. Well, let's just take a quick look around, see where we are, and then we'll have to bed down if we can.
Mm-hmm.
So, poke our heads out of the room. Just get a sense of the lay of the land.
Okay, so you poke your head out.
Did she dip out right after we teleported?
She is still there with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll carry him.
So go ahead and make a perception check there, Jack.
Ooh.
His eyes way though.
It's at 21.
So it's
21. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you put your head out, you find yourself looking at a street. It's in a kind of like a residential area. And it's just, a simple looking home with one window. It's 2 floors, and that's really all you see.
This will do. Where's the asylum from here, Lenore?
It's at the top of the hills. Used to be
Will you take us there?
You want to go
Tomorrow
now?
morning. Tomorrow morning.
Do you have a way to get in?
I was thinking you might be that way.
I may be someone of power within the Empire, but the Asylum and the Crown have a understanding.
Okay.
I can
What
enter
kind of-
at will, but
I see.
Okay. Do you
I
know
can
they-
probably beat people up to get us in there.
I mean, there's that. We can also try and sneak in. Do you know if they have any sort of magical defenses?
illusions.
Those
They
things
have
can't
illusions
fool
and
me.
Detect illusions. That's kind of important. Like,
I'm
per
able
se,
to take care of those illusions pretty easily, actually.
Okay.
I think we'll be fine.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking that if we all just dropped some invisibility and waltzed our way in there. I mean, that seems like a valid option to me.
So a full
I
assault
don't know
on
how
the
to
front of the asylum.
Listen, lady, I don't know what that means. But yes.
Well, I don't know enough yet. I'd like to get a sense of what the layout of the place is like. How many floors? How big is the place? Are they, you've been around there, you've been inside. Do they keep the people underground?
The asylum is ran by Dr. Frudenschlau, who has a number of orderlies that help run the place. She does her experiments in a secret office. There's also an underground portion of the asylum as well, where darker things are done.
Indeed. Lenore, by the time we're done, I doubt the arrangement between the asylum and the crown will be of much use to the crown. I wonder if perhaps you could provide us with some assistance, maybe with an escape plan for the captives. How many are there?
You want to know about the Dragonborn and those of
Yes.
Dragon Heritage? We brought in 30 of them, maybe.
30. We need a safe house for them. They need to be able to return to where they came from.
Certainly all won't fit here.
No. They certainly should not be on their own either. So, Lenore, will you stay with us for this?
If you fail, the Crown's reputation with these people it was completely decimated. I'll stay out of this one.
Doesn't sound like they do very good work anyway. Like, you've kidnapped all of the Dragonborn, and you still haven't figured out how to unlock the thingy. I don't know.
It's alright,
You
Flip.
know,
We're
as
figuring
much
it out.
as shitty as the things that the government has done are, I don't think the people know any better. To conceive these things as bad.
Yeah, and I'm turning back to the group. We're gonna need a plan to getting them out is one thing. Getting them to where they need to be is another. Getting them somewhere safe, where they won't just be rounded up again.
We're safe. The government is looking for all of them.
Well, not necessarily.
If we could get the cooperation of someone with a large enough boat, we might be able to get them downriver through the sea. I mean, we would have to have somewhere to put them after that, but I mean,
we're on the wrong side of the landmass to get back to Cataran. At least with a few of them who were abducted from there.
well, I mean,
So-
no concern they'd want to go
You're
back
not
home, but putting them
considering
back where they
those who are troubled minds either.
Like you? Listen, lady, we're talking. So, we just talked to a guy, or you guys just talked to a guy, who said something about a blessed city, and it's in the waste place, the desert?
Sekhmet theocracy.
Yeah, that.
Sounds
If we could find a big boat, we could put them on there, get them out of the Valerian Empire, because we know how the government treats them, and send them to go see the people that we saved from the nice desert place.
It's not a bad plan. Possibly.
It's like a straight shot.
Provided that they make it on the way there. I mean,
They have to go through the obsidian waste, which is fine, because I don't think anything lives there. It's called a waste.
yeah. They could still be killed by the elements. Who knows? But I mean, your plan has some legs to it. We'll have to think about that one. All right. Well, we'll probably have to secure a ship before we leave. Yeah, Flynn.
What does that mean?
What?
How can a plant have legs?
Oh, sorry. It's a saying. It's a Frank. I'll look down at his stubby little legs. Like, never mind.
Okay.
The point being, it's not a bad plan. Maybe we can make it work. We'd have to secure a ship.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
We'll need a boat. What do you think, Lenora? Any of your contacts? Sorry, go on. LF.
No, it's okay. I was just thinking we could ask Lord Lightbine maybe. Because I'm pretty sure he does have a boat. A ship. Didn't he get us,
He bought us passage on a boat.
Is he here in Tierasdun?
No. Maybe not.
Close by. He lives in the Cloven Hills.
No. Not far. Not far.
He is
All right.
technically lord over the city.
Okay, I can see something coming together there. Maybe we head for him after this.
We should probably secure passage for the people before we leave, just in case there is a pursuit.
Hey, Jack.
Really
Yeah.
do that.
Excuse me for interjecting during our plan, but I've been a little bit out of the loop, I think. I've heard a few things, but I think when most of this was going down, I was probably in hell. Why are we breaking all of these people out of prison?
Well, these people are dragonborn. They're people of dragon descent. And it seems that there's been an interest. We thought that she was masterminding it. Turns out she was only part of the exchange. An interest in experimenting on them. To find one that may have ancestry going back to a particular dragon. And it seems that if they find any one such person, that may prove to be a weapon against the dragons. Something to that effect. They took a staff member of this group's
A
establishment.
family member of mine.
Flint Steel?
Family member. That's right.
Okay. Since we've met, have you told Flint that you were in hell? Does Flint know that you were in hell at some point?
No.
You
But I
didn't
guess
know.
I would.
We did only meet a couple of hours ago, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Why
think
were
it
you
was
in Why were you in hell? What did you do?
I was dungeon delving, and it happens. You end up in a different plane sometimes. Sometimes that plane is
That-
situated
That
within the
happens.
several layers of hell.
That
I'm sure you have
happens.
experience with this. You were, sent to the ethereal plane, right? For a little
Not
bit.
so much sent as
Astral plane.
Astral plane.
Mhm.
That was it.
Sam gives him a very weird look because, like, he understands exactly where you're coming from, but that happened because of wild magic, right?
I wasn't so much as set as kind of went there on purpose. Sort of.
I was imprisoned in hell for a little bit, maybe like a couple weeks. Time is weird in hell. It's not. I would say it flew by, but it was agonizing and slow at the same time.
Time is weird everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Anywhere that's not the prime material plane. Yeah, never mind. We'll get back to that. I'm gonna start making some food because I'm hungry. Dragon
Well, we have-
steaks, anybody?
Oh yeah. Let's go through as much of this as we can.
Yeah, I wonder what white
Right.
dragon tastes like. Oh wait, this dragon's going to be really old, isn't it? I hope that doesn't affect the flavor.
Maybe it's like cheese. Maybe it's gonna be great.
The meat is kind of tough, so we'll see. Break out the tenderizer and just start bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
Tenderizers
so,
like shattering on impact.
turning back to Lenore. So we've established that you feel you can't make a direct approach to this place. I find that answer a little disappointing, given that I doubt things will be very cleanly done as we break out some of their captives.
No offense to
You
you,
sure you-
Jack, but if we fail, that means all of the valuable research they've done for us over the past several years will be destroyed and that progress lost.
Have you had any insight into this research? Do you know what it is they're doing?
Oh, trust me, they know who's their own, who's not.
So what exactly would their purpose be? Looking for this ancient bloodline and so forth, where does that lead?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was our hope to use the power of the Orbit Dragonkind to lure the Dragon Lords into a trap. It would be much more easy to vanquish them. They're
All
getting
of them.
close.
At once?
Mm-hmm.
Specific ones. Of course, the first ones to do that were not so blessed. They currently reside near the mountains to the north. Twisted
Seems like a
shadows, unable to die from old age. They once were.
I see. Seems like a dangerous plan. Did you have a way of eliminating them, or had you not gotten that far yet?
We had a number of plans, such as stay coated in the venom of a purple worm, enchanted weapons specifically for the art of slaying a dragon.
We got one of those.
That we do.
Could stand to get more.
And we sure could.
I would really like one of those.
Wouldn't you like a frying
Yep.
pan made of dragon scales?
So, Flint, as you're kind of like trying to tenderize this meat, it's not exactly helping. This is a very tough, muscular meat. And it just has this kind of like freezer burnt feel to it at all times. It's better suited for shoe leather than anything else, but you know.
All right, I'm pull out some magic spices. We're gonna make this shit taste good. Anybody got some Worcestershire sauce?
Somewhat.
Some Worcestershire sauce.
I have no idea what that is.
You've never been to Worcestershire? Me neither.
Is that a gnome thing?
What'd you call me?
A gnome?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sam kind of like looks over the kitchen and he's a little mystified. And he's like, you know, normally when I just catch my fish, I just like salt it and there's not much else to it.
That's true. You could always make a jerky out of this meat, couldn't you?
This meat's kind of already a jerky. It's just a very cold jerky. I'm
Yeah, no offense.
okay. Well,
No offense.
okay. Well, one more for me. I'm just gonna keep on fucking cooking.
Okay. Okay.
So you all end up being served the food. The first you accepted, and you know it's very chewy. It's
tough.
It's very tough.
How's it taste?
Thankfully, due to Flint's spices from his spice pouch, I mean it's very tasty. It's just very very chewy, and you kind of have to use a very sharp knife to cut through it. You know.
Describe the flavor. Is it like mince? Is it like...
It's like Montreal seasoning.
Mhm.
It
Anyway,
tastes great. It's just the texture that's a little off-putting.
this house is warded. I suggest you all get your rest.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Since I did take like benefits from a long rest when I was resurrected, I can't take them again for 24 hours, right?
That was just to reset your character. You can still take a long rest because it wasn't technically a long rest.
All right, so I could still like get tired. So I'm still like sort of tired a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just scrounge for some food, anything they've got in the larder, drink something.
Quite a bit of rations.
Lovely.
Hardtack, that sort of thing.
Are we taking watches?
Sure.
If it's warded.
I don't trust her.
May not be necessary, but we're staying up by the fire. Keep
I
the
don't
fire.
trust her. I'm taking a watch.
I'll go ahead and take a watch too.
I think I could take a watch.
All right.
I can take first watch.
I'll take third.
Mid.
I'll take first watch also.
I'll take mid watch.
All right. So the
I'll stay up with Shadow and Elif too. We'll just talk.
three of you who are taking first watch, go. One of you can roll a perception check. Lenore's gonna sleep the whole time.
Okay.
So.
Cool. It's 24 on the perception check for tonight.
Right. Not a whole lot of activity going on in Tierasdun. I mean, it's still a city, but it's not nearly as populated as like Cataran or Restoria would be. People.
It's
here and
quiet.
there. Yeah, it's quiet.
Too quiet.
Why do you say that?
It's also 2 in the morning.
That's also true. 2 in the morning.
Just got to say, any lack of noise is always too quiet.
So, Shadow, you died, huh?
Yeah,
I can't believe we missed that.
Yeah. I went down to a vampire.
You didn't get
came
bit, did
back?
you? You don't need any bloodsuckers.
wonder if that was.
Yeah, I came back, but I wasn't really aware of what happened. I felt kind of out of it for a little while.
Do you know why it happened?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I have a feeling, and I'm quite happy about it. I do believe the Soul Forger himself had something to do with this.
Vampires. Here's me stocking up, and I'm nowhere near it when it happens.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but as soon as I came to, one of them seemed to be disintegrated into a pile of ash on the ground.
Oh, good. Doesn't get much more final than that, I suppose. Only one of them?
Yeah, definitely. One of them. Yeah, we lost another one of them, turned into a cloud of mist.
Oh, and I'm just gonna remember. There was a misty cloud that went right by me as I was heading back to the kitchen.
So one of them escaped.
We all made it out.
We
I'm
did.
happy with that.
Yeah.
I came out more powerful than I went in.
What can you do?
That's fair.
Well, I was able to empower my attacks a bit more with sort of divine radiance.
Oh.
And I was even able to heal a little bit.
Okay. Wow. So it's sort of like you're borrowing power again, but from something else, something good.
I think it's just my devotion to the Allfather. It's helped me.
It does
Now that I
take devotion.
finally have the impurity of Veldritch's magic rid from my body, I have more room for my actual faith.
What was that you were going to say, Olive?
Oh, I was just saying that you need to be devoted. So.
That I do.
Good. I don't know if we could lose anymore. I don't think it'd be the same team. Certainly not without you two.
That's right. I'm still hung up on what happened to the professor and even Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like I haven't really given myself enough time to think about that one. Damn it.
Yeah. Do you think they're ever gonna come back?
Oh, I'd hope
I don't
so.
know. I think we have to assume they won't. And then we'll get pleasantly surprised.
That's the best way for it to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, people leave. I've been in a few crews, I see how it goes, and to be honest, people in our line of work, very, 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 very short life expectancy. I'm surprised we've all made it this far.
Well, I know we're the best around, so I don't know.
Better hope so.
It's nice that you
Anyway.
can heal, though, Shada, especially since Cohen had to, you know, make his amends, do what he needed to do.
That's
So-
right.
Yeah.
Kelvin is gone, isn't he? Them needing to be reminded of this.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling we'll see him again.
I'm sure we will. Left behind a good gift or two. Shada just knocks on the helmet that he's wearing on his head.
Yeah, he was kind when we were counted. You could see he was on his way to a better life.
That's
You know, I'd hope the same for us as well. I'll look at Elif. All of us.
Life will be better when we destroy the dragon threat. And then we can focus
Yeah,
on
hopefully.
our peace.
So are you content to let Gary stay with the kids? Up to that elven city?
He's in Thorm right now. I'm thinking that he will stay with Shada's family for a little bit. Yeah. And see
Alright.
what he learns there. It'll be a good environment for him. Other dwarves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. If you want him to continue with magic, we could always put a word into Deluni.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Because that would be very good.
And soon enough, it is time to start the next watch. Who was second?
Yo!
Alright, so one of you can make a perception check with advantage if you want.
You got this!
+5.
Someone
Alright.
who isn't me.
Crit.
Alright. Nothing
25.
happens.
Excellent. So Yuzescu is just gonna be just chowing down on this white dragon steak, regardless of how tough it is, because he's so stubborn. He refuses to stop, just like getting it down, because he is just
That's
he
fair.
really didn't like that dragon. He's taking pleasure in eating this steak.
I'll be cutting it up into smaller bites.
Aren't you on third watch?
Oh yeah, I'll be on third watch. Wait. I thought we already did our perception checks in mass earlier. Oh well.
No, you're on third watch.
Okay.
And as he's doing this, he's gonna be kind of fiddling with the ring of spell storing. He's attuning to this during this rest.
So what's your deal? You were in hell, and I saw you flying for a bit, and...
Yeah, I was gonna ask you the same thing actually. You usually don't see warriors running around with kitchen supplies fighting dragons. But
What do you mean, warrior?
well,
I'm a cook. Have you heard of a timber?
I have.
Yo!
Part of
I
your
made
same song.
those! I made
figured.
those!
I figured your name was in it. Has your
Yeah,
name
they're so
in it.
good, right? They're like portable,
I
and
haven't had any yet.
sliced bread is like the best thing. I gotta tell you, it's so good.
That must have been made recently because I have yet to hear of that actually.
Sliced bread? Yeah. Well, like,
I thought you
how
just
do you
had to eat it whole.
Okay. So what you do is you take the bread and you slice it like this, right? Show them how sliced bread works.
Oh man, that is excellent.
It's the best thing.
I have no words.
How'd you figure that out? Were you just like stumbling around with a knife in the
Next
kitchen?
watch, okay.
Okay, but no, I'm an adventurer. My whole family has just been this long line of adventurers from as long as I know. Between you and me, I like to call it tradition. If you asked one of my parents when they were still alive, they would refer to it as the prophecy. So it's not really something that it's not a choice. It's not something you can let them down on.
Why?
It's one of those things, it's like if you had a good relative that had left a lot to you and told you to just do one thing right, it kind of sticks with you. That's what I'm dealing with.
I don't get it, but okay.
Well,
So what were you doing before hell?
Well, I was trying to do a bit of solo dungeon delving myself, but that didn't really work out too well. I mean,
And how
if you
does
wanna
that
go way
make you
back-
feel?
It wasn't great, but the party it's definitely improved my goings recently.
So, are you hanging out with Batman and with Elith and Jack because you want adventure and want to kill dragons, or because they saved you from hell, or because it's the right thing to do?
It's a lot of things, but primarily I have my quest. If at any point, the party's quest started to not align with mine, I think I'd probably go leave and do my own thing for a while. But as it is now, killing dragons and, saving the world is pretty noble. I'm trying to just get my name out there as a hero. As soon as I do that, I can die happily. It won't even matter what I do after that.
How'd your parents die?
Adventuring, it happens. I'm
How'd
sure
your how'd your grandparents die?
probably adventuring also. By
How'd your
people
great
also.
grandparents die?
Bubonic plague.
I don't know what that is.
It's a funny disease. It makes you die.
It doesn't sound funny.
And with that, the second watch comes to an end. And for the second time, Sam, since you're taking the watch by yourself, we're just gonna say you do it because nothing's gonna happen.
Zark can be with him, so he can roll
Nobody
with
to talk to
advantage.
Zark.
Perception with advantage.
Nothing's gonna happen, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you all may mark yourselves for a long rest.
Hey, that means we get our level up, yeah?
You do.
For those of us that lost maximum hit points, do we get those back?
Yes.
Excellent.
Go.
During the watch,
Oh.
I will also use my speak with animals thing to ask any birds about any layout of the place that they may have noticed.
So you are inside.
Yeah, I could poke my head out though and
Sure.
Try and hail down a bird.
I'll have you do a perception checks to see if you can find a bird. Good advantage.
okay.
You could probably use Zark's +7.
Sorry, my thing is freaking out.
You better be sorry because two natural ones? Oh, okay. No, you don't see any birds,
That's not
man.
happening.
You kind of poke your head out the door, you hear a heads up, and there's just like splash of ill-smelling liquid splashes down onto your head. You look out, you see somebody's emptying their chamber pot out the room above you.
I drag my head back. Sorry. At that point, I'll just use prestidigitation to clean myself off, walk back in, and then start scrummaging around for any sort of soap or anything like that.
I mean, you just rolled a 1 in 400 chance of something happening, and it equals that consequence, man. And this is when you all wake up from your long rest. See it? Just Sam's scrubbing his face as much as he can, using prestidigitation, get everything off of him.
Something smells kind of funky in here.
You missed a spot.
Thank you.
Do we have anything that is not dragon that I can make for breakfast?
Uh,
I don't really know.
let me see.
I'm gonna search the pantries. You said there's hardtack and rations. Is there anything that's not hardtack and rations?
Just rations and just stuff meant to survive. Think of it like a safe house for a spy. They only need to live on what they can. Not very
The very
elegant.
entrance.
Looking out the window, are there any stalls or stores open?
So this is kind of in a back alley of a residential area. You can go out looking for a market, if you want.
Hey guys, give me like 20 minutes. I'll be right back.
There is
And
a
I wanna
soft
go-
drizzle in the sky. Little morning rain.
I'm gonna go find food.
I'll cut up a lot of that dragon. Am I aware of any like hard candies and such that exist in the world? Have I
mean,
tasted them before?
There are sweets.
Okay.
There's marshmallows.
Mostly things of like
Hard
that are
candies, not
sweetened with
marshmallows.
honey is the main sweetener here.
Okay. Because my thought is to like the hardest candy that my character can think of, I'm going to use prestidigitation to make these hard chunks of dragon meat taste exactly like that, and he's just going to plop them in and start chewing.
Sure. All right, so Flint, make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh boy, I am sure good at those intelligence rolls. I think it's a +1. Yeah, or +0. 6.
Nice.
Not a whole lot of success finding food stalls in the middle of this soft rain. You can find a produce stall.
Okay. What do they have?
Mostly vegetables that have lasted through the winter. Root vegetables, potatoes, carrots.
Onions?
Yeah.
All right, I'm buying the potatoes and the onions, and I'll head on back.
Okay. That will set you about 3 copper.
All of their potatoes and onions. I want them all.
So that will be about 2 silver.
Okay. I'll give them a gold, and when they give me the change back, I'll give them an extra 2 silver.
Okay. So you get 7 gold and 8 silver back. No.
No, I'll just take I'll take 6 silver. It costs 2
Okay.
silver. I want to give them 4.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you'll wake up Lenore Valine as well. I have some errands I must run and attend to here in the city. But you'll have access to this place. We'll meet back here after you're done.
Before you go, Lenore, we are facing the prospect of getting these captives out. Do you know of any ships that we might be able to charter, or perhaps the Ministry of Information might be able to secure in the time that we have?
So you kind of like, her hands are tucked behind her back, like her hands into each sleeve but behind her back. And she like kind of like nods and like lowers her head. She goes, I will be sure to include that in my task for the day.
Do I believe that we'll see her again at this point?
Make an insight check.
She's just gonna scrub her. That is an 27. Just kind of peering
Seems to
over and
be,
looking at her.
forthcoming.
All right. We'll see you around here, perhaps around sundown, something to that effect. Hopefully with good news.
Hopefully.
Possibly with 30 Dragonborn in tow. We'll see.
She opens the door, pulls up her hood, and as she does so, it turns completely like the soft gray wool. And she turns around and you see the face of like a wood elf with large almond eyes, long ears. She goes, mind your heads. And she leaves.
Cool trick. I could do with something like that. All right.
I do have something like that.
Mm. Okay. Right. Who's ready to get started?
Okay. All right.
As he says, who's ready to get started? I'm gonna bust through the door. Who's ready for some home fries?
Ooh.
I'm gonna make breakfast.
Okay.
So while we're waiting on transportation, what do we plan to do?
I say we go to the asylum. I say we scout it out, look for ways in,
Mm-hmm.
see if we can come up with a good plan, infiltration plan. Just get a sense of anyone moving in and out, any regulars, people we could impersonate.
We can probably get a bird's eye view, literally.
How old do you think that asylum is?
I don't know. Everything around here is bloody old, isn't it? But anyway, and I presume by this point we're eating home fries and munching on bacon.
You are.
No bacon, just,
I mean,
just home fries.
I see. Just. Thank you. Nice to have a cook around.
I'm glad my
Okay.
work is appreciated.
So look, I mean, if we do end up heading over to this asylum, really, there's a couple of ways about this. We go in loud, and we get out loud. Or we go in quiet, and we get out loud.
I like the loud part.
I'm sure you do.
Probably quiet and out loud. Because that way they don't have a chance to, like, realize what we're after or move the prisoners.
That's true.
Can I introduce an idea, Jack?
What's that?
We've got 2 days to do this, right?
Well, I don't know about that. We have no idea what's going on there. Could be they're killing him as we speak.
Right. If we took a bit of time to research more about the prison, maybe we could find those who manufactured it. And at that point, maybe from them, if we, maybe interrogated them a little bit, we might be able to maybe find a blueprint of the asylum, which might give us a perfect route in and out.
Okay.
That could take time. Time that we may or may not have.
Do you think Lenora might know anything?
She seemed evasive. She's toured around in there. Could well be. She knows something. I'm just hesitant to waste any more time. Not waste, but you know what I mean. I'm hesitant to use up too much more
Spend
time.
too much. Yeah. We should move fast.
It's a good idea, though. I think I'd like to just go there.
I'm sure I can figure something out with my divination. Might be able to find us a good route.
What's a blueprint?
Blueprint's a nice drawing that tells you how a building's made up of.
Oh, thank God, someone asked. I didn't know either.
Why is it blue?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Okay.
Okay. Well, who's coming with?
I'll come with.
I'll go with you as well.
All going. Is that not the case?
We can all go.
I also assumed we were all going.
All right, let's all go. Let's all continue. We'll see from there. See if we have to split.
Alright, so you're heading towards the asylum?
Yes, we are.
So the asylum is located towards the back of the city on the top of this, like, a higher elevated part of the landscape, kind of overlooking everything through this small wooded area and this one path up to a gate with brick walls leading to the courtyard. But from you managed to make your way to the edge of the city, to the road that leads up to the asylum. You kind of see it in the distance up on the hill, in the daylight.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Okay. Any sign of people going in and out?
I mean, you can stick around and find out. Have you seen anyone enter or leave?
Sounds good. We'll watch it for a bit.
Right, so how are you watching?
I think what we'll do is we'll take a moment. We'll go to a subtle spot nearby, if there's an alley nearby or if there's a building nearby, and then kind of cluster as though we're in conversation, and hopefully not
Make an
look too.
investigation check.
Cool. It's 14.
So nearby there is a food stall with benches set up around the area for outdoor sitting. It is a sprinkle right now, so not a whole lot of business there, but
There's a food stall though, so if we need if we need to be undercover, I'm going to be at the food stall.
We just ate. Ooh, do they?
You always need more food.
That's. You always need more food.
Yeah.
Jack's gonna have a faraway look in his eyes this whole time, like he's kind of distracted thinking about something.
Sam kind of gives Flint an odd look. It's like, well, I mean, you eventually run out of space in your stomach, though.
Maybe your stomach?
Hey, Jack. You good?
Yeah, yeah. Left something behind back there.
Back at the little house?
No, back in Restoria.
I'm sure we can get
What
it
might
back.
that be?
Revenge.
Oh.
Oh.
I know revenge. That's a dish best served cold.
Yeah.
Gosh, cannot
Wow.
even handle. Okay.
I know the feeling, but I can't have you distracted here, Jack. You're
Who are we
Right.
getting revenge on?
That's
I can help.
We can help later.
We'll get to that.
Maybe the dragon got revenge for you. That'd be pretty cool, huh?
For all I know, he's already dead. And I just wasn't there to see it. I just thought I'd feel differently about it. Anyway, it's not important. You're right, Eleth. It's important to focus here. Here and now. Right, and then I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna pass my hand over my face, and in place I'll now look like a human. I'm gonna be with a very concerned look on my face, lined with worry. Kind of a reddish, mottled skin, complexion, a little bit of a tummy, sort of clothes, looking a little ragged, a little dirty and stuff. Possible.
For what?
Square my shoulders. Okay. I think maybe we go in there and start asking questions.
We can either ask questions or we can sneak around and see what we can find before they try to stop us.
as you're all sitting there, you do see a horse-drawn carriage with this kind of black iron box on it being pulled out from the wooded way, and they make their way out into the city. The two people driving it are two human men wearing white robes. Just go out into the city.
They're going out? Okay. Hey, do you see that? Right there.
Yeah. What is that on the cart?
We could follow them. Find out.
We can follow them. Not only that, but we might be able to sneak in using it.
Yeah, that's it. Let's follow.
I may, for those, it's basically the description of a paddy wagon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like a large wagon that could potentially contain people inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If it works, yeah. we could follow that wagon just to see where it goes, but also to see if we can maybe ambush it.
Non-lethal's my middle name. It's not. I don't have a middle name.
Oh, wait. Does that, the carriage that could potentially be holding people, does it have, like, barred windows or anything?
It does.
Awesome! I'm gonna look around, see if there's a bird in the immediate, vicinity.
Make a perception check.
Oh boy, let's hope nobody's emptying the chamber pot nearby.
Oh boy, I sure hope a torrent of human waste doesn't hit me in the
5.
face.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's because of the rain, but no birds nearby.
Shoot. So I go ahead and vocalize to the group that I was just thinking that I could have asked a bird to go ahead and take a peek in the window and come back and report.
I can try and do it real sneaky like.
Okay, but if you fail, we're made. If a bird fails, it's a bird.
Sure, but then all I have to do is fight those two guys, and they seem like chumps.
Okay, but we're still in sight of the asylum, and at the very least, we're going to wait until we're outside of their visual range and their audible range. Right? So if they make any amount of noise, we don't want it being heard.
Okay. I guess we'll just follow the cart for a while.
Make a group stealth check.
I got 13.
I got 19.
26.
And that
33.
1, 8.
33.
All right, so you all continue
New helmet.
throughout the you all continue to follow this iron wagon, and the first stop they make is in the jailhouse. One of the men dismounts and he comes out a few moments later, about 10-15 minutes later, with two citizens and shackles, and loads them up into the back of the wagon, and then it gets back onto the front, and they head off back throughout into the city.
Is it just normal people that they're putting in the wagon?
I mean, it's a dwarven woman and a tabaxi man. They seem normal.
Okay, are they letting them out of the wagon, or are they putting them
into
in
the wagon? They got them from the jailhouse and put them into the wagon.
Okay.
Then they turn into, the market area, kind of pushing through the crowd. You guys are kind of like weaving and blending in, and then they take another turn into an alley, and you see this bigger man, old and frail looking, kind of sitting there, and they stop the wagon, they get out, and they grab him, and he kind of like is pulling back, resisting against them, but they manage to take some sort of glass vial with a needle and stick it in his arm, and he goes limp after a few moments.
Okay, so this is in an alley. Are there like people looking?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Can we all get on that? Can Sark get on that?
You can do it with 17 with advantage.
Okay.
Looking around, there are a few other like urchin type people that kind of just like run away. One runs past you all, and they're like, "Snatchers, go!" And you just keep going.
I'm gonna go bonk
Let's go.
I'm gonna go bonk the snatcher. I'm gonna non-lethal bonk with the frying pan.
I'm gonna join in with a non-lethal stab with a sword.
Roll to attack
Tase
with advantage, both you and Jack.
Okay.
28 to hit.
28. Okay, that will hit.
For 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
28 to hit. 35 points of damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
I think they're
and-
commoners, dude. I think you just murdered him.
Oh shit.
So how much did you do, Flint?
7.
7. Okay, so let me roll for that. Okay. There are 2 of them,
Uh-huh.
and then you're gonna do 35 on him. Okay. Okay. And I was not expecting this to happen.
Really?
I was. What am I talking about?
Mm-hmm. Don't lie to yourself. You do. We're all murder hobos.
Cool.
If 35 doesn't kill him like straight out or like at least knock him out,
I was being careful.
we're gonna
Hold on. Give me a second here. So
There's
it
a fucking-
doesn't.
Oh no.
So you both run up, and he's like kind of dragging this old man, this old beggar man behind, like with his back turned to you, and you, Flint and Jack, run up and like with 2 quick, swift motions, they do quite a bit of damage on him, and then you like almost like static. His form is moving. It's like buzzing, vibrating. And you watch as this, black-haired, pale-skinned man's skin suddenly turns purple. And Jack, you hear metal as your sword strikes and finds a weak spot in its this chest plate that it's wearing. And it turns around, revealing this 4 tentacled face with these white and black eyes looking at you, and like its 4 tentacles spread out and revealing this like almost beak-like mouth. And this is where we're all going to roll for
Initiative,
Oh my. Oh my. Oh,
What
sorry.
are you guys
Did I
called?
say non-lethal?
Hey DM,
Yeah.
would I know very specifically exactly what this is due to
with your time
Yeah.
in the astral plane and helping a number of Githyanki fight these, means you recognize what this is exactly.
Can you tell?
Oh god.
Roll for PTSD.
Yeah, I don't know what these things are, but suddenly I'm like, ugh, no.
Okay. So as it turns into, this purple humanoid boy, Flint's gonna yell out, "Cover your heads! They eat brains!"
Ooh, illicit.
You know this how?
Don't worry about it.
Worry about it.
Really get the Ooh, that's a really big heart. Meow.
No.
New.
There it is. He's here.
Mm.
He's here.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. He's there.
This is the one that you just attacked.
Okay.
And let me get the map pulled up onto stream.
Lovely. Oh boy.
Alright, so is everybody on the initiative board?
No,
I
because
still
I
need
think
to roll. 1 second.
Zark also needs to be on initiative.
Oh yeah. I don't have control over his token, but I can roll for his initiative.
In just a moment.
Sure, sure.
You now have control over his token.
Lovely. Here
Let
comes.
me roll initiative for these 2 creatures.
Oh, Zaki boy. Oh, 7.2. Okay.
Oh my. There's a fucking fruit fly in my room, and it's bothering the hell out of me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know where
Fruit fly, don't bother me. Oh wait.
You just need to get like a mousetrap, but instead of like a piece of cheese, you just put like a big juicy apple.
No, it's just a glass of wine.
Um,
Apple
Thing of
cider
vinegar.
with
Yeah.
saran wrap over
Little
it,
bit
and then
detergent.
stab some
just
holes.
like yeah.
All right, so top of the round, it is now Sam's turn.
Awesome. Okay. So Sam's gonna look at the purpley guy, and he's going to be like, "Yep, nope," and he's going to blight him.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that is a Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And he's gonna have to move forward to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That will be a 19.
And he's gonna have to Misty Step to get in range. Wow. Okay. Which he will do. 19 passes, so that's half damage.
All right, and you're targeting the red dotted one?
Yeah. Give me a
Okay.
second. I was all the way back here, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pull out the measuring tool. Because it has a 30-foot range. And I have a movement speed of 30 feet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, so that can't happen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will just make that a straight firebolt.
Okay. 13 will miss.
Okay.
All right. Flint, it is now your turn.
Wonderful. Flynn's gonna bonus action get Angie.
Okay.
And then he's gonna frying pan his face a couple of times.
Okay. 23 will hit, the 13 will miss.
I forgot to say reckless again. God damn it! And I'm gonna do fire damage on that.
All right. 11. Okay. Is that your turn?
I would like to move myself over here.
All right.
That will be my turn.
All right. He is going to step here, and he's gonna put his head, his finger to his head, and I need
Oh boy, here it comes.
Sam, Jack, and Flint all to make intelligence saving throws.
Actually,
I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
All right.
23,
I thought that
baby.
was much better.
Is this? It's not magic, right?
It is not. This is a ability.
Yeah, I thought so. It's not a magical ability, though, right?
No.
Dang
So what did you?
20.
So 9, 23, and 13. All right. Jack, this is not a deck save, so you don't get no damage with you from your evasion.
Does it do any damage on a fail save?
Mm-hmm. You
on a succeeded save?
you take half damage as
Half
this
damage.
wave of psychic energy hits the three of you, dealing a total of 20 points of psychic damage. As like
Okay.
suddenly all these whispers and screams like overwhelm you from the people nearby. Suddenly your mind is open to these, and it's just overwhelming. And Flint and Sam, like one of you get a little bit of blood trickle down from your ear, the other one gets some out of their nose. Quite a bit of damage. And Flint, this is not something you're unfamiliar with. Cool. And with that, it will be the end of his turn. Shada, it is your turn.
All right, so Shada's going to use his full movement to get right up, like kind of behind Sam.
Okay.
And hold up, let me just measure out this distance really quick. 6 feet. Man, that does not reach. So he's gonna use
Sam's on deck.
feline agility. Yeah, feline agility to actually get another 30 feet closer.
Okay.
and he's going to actually use a spell. He's gonna cast a spell. He's gonna use his bonus action to cast Compelled Duel on this guy.
What's the save?
It's a Wisdom save.
Alright, that is going to be a 13.
That fails.
Okay, so it wants to fight you now?
Yeah, disadvantage on attacks against anybody else.
Alright.
And yeah, it must make a Wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me.
Alright, anything else for your turn?
Man, see really quick. Nope.
Alright.
That'll be it.
Huzelsky, it is now your turn. Jack's on deck.
Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and do the Twilight combo, which means I'm going to use Channel Divinity Twilight Domain to
Okay.
give myself a 30-foot radius. You know,
Alright.
that. And I'm also going to activate, now that I have some dim light, Steps of Night so that I gain my flying speed. And with my aura, I'm going to fly right here. That's about as far as I can go. I'm going to
Okay.
end my turn there, and I'm going to collect my temp HP.
Alright.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Jack, it is your turn, and then you're playing as Zark immediately after.
Nice. All right. Oh god, Zark, you're so far away. Okay. Yeah. Well, seeing that Flint's in a bit of trouble, Jack's gonna just run forward 1, 2, 3, 15 feet, and he's just gonna go for a quick stab against that that creature ahead of him.
Point of information, by the way,
Sorry?
Flint and Sam are currently considered stunned.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's no good. No good. No good. Okay. So I'm gonna stab the thing. Green Flame Blade. Here we go. That's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Lovely. Here comes 43 points of damage.
Yeah, he's down.
Okay. Stab it right through the head. Stabbity stab. Okay. And then with my... Okay. After that, I think I'm gonna... do I see any overhanging areas here? Can I, like, duck behind cover here?
You can go on to the other side of that building, yeah.
Just about here? Cool. Would I be able to hide here? Have I broken line of sight? Cool. Bonus action hide, please. So, here comes the stealth roll. It's gonna be a... Ooh, good. It's gonna be a 33.
Alright. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
Alright, it's on Zark's turn.
Okay, Zark is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move 30 feet this way. He's going to take out his longbow. He's going to target this thing over here.
Okay.
Here comes his longbow. It's going to be a plus 13 to hit. So, I believe... Yeah, okay. 20 plus 13. Here we go. 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Dealing... Cool. I'll just roll the 2 attacks at the moment because they're both going to be just attacking with longbow. I apologize. Roll 20s. Going through 28 is the next one. Okay, cool. So it's going to be 1d8 plus 6.
Don't forget favorite foe if you choose to activate it.
Yeah, favorite foe upon striking that thing.
Okay.
So that'll do a total of... Hang on a second. It's 9 points piercing, and then favorite foe kicks in, which should now give him an extra d6. So that's 9 points, and another 5. So total is 23 points of damage from that thing.
Okay.
That's it. That's his round.
Alright. It is now its turn. It is going to jump off the cart and run over here to Flint. And it's going to make a you watch as like its form also fades away, and it's going to make a tentacle attack against Flint.
Oh no.
With advantage because he is Stunned.
Stunned.
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yep.
All right, so you are now considered grappled.
Am I still stunned?
Yes.
Okay.
You can make this the saving throw at the end of your next turn. At the end of every turn until the effect ends, and you are going to take a total of 18 points of psychic damage
Oh man.
as these things grapple around your face. All right, Elif, it is now your turn.
Woohoo! I couldn't even find myself on the map for a second. I'm so far back. Let me go ahead and do some movement real quick. So we'll just run over here.
Okay.
No. Here. Trust me, because then we have sidelines for our favorite ability ever, Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Ooh. Yeah, I can find it. Don't worry, don't worry. And I'm gonna do 3. So I got a 17, a 30, and an 18 to hit.
Anything high, 15 or higher will hit.
They all hit. So I'm gonna get 12, 10, and 12 for the damage on those. Do I need to push here, pull here? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna pull him like 10 feet this way to this box.
All right, flank comes with.
Hey.
Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
All right, as we reach the top of the next round of combat, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Alright.
Ooh. So, everyone, we will see you here soon. Don't forget to join our Discord and hit that follow button if you haven't already. We will be back in about 15 minutes with a timer here on the stream, so stick around. Should be fun. I've been waiting for this for a while, guys. And welcome back, everyone. So we are currently in initiative, and we're just gonna dive right in back into it. Top of the round, Sam, it is your turn.
I'm stunned.
You are, so go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw. That will fail.
Okay, so I can't do anything?
You are still
or am I...
stunned.
Okay.
However, you do get some temp hit points.
How many?
20.
Nice.
Excellent.
Flint, you are also currently stunned.
I am currently stunned.
Intelligence saving throw, please. You are still stunned.
Yep. And
that-
grappled.
Its turn. It is going to make its extract brain attack against you.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you lost your rage at the end of your turn, not having attacked anything in a round.
Nope, because he hit me.
All right.
I'm still angry.
Still angry. Okay. Well. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. What's your current HP for my own reference?
137, I think. Hold on one sec. Why is it minimized like that? Yeah, 137.
You are going to take 29 points of piercing damage as it begins to drill into your skull.
Piercing damage. Okay.
Piercing damage.
So that's halved.
Yeah, so it's 49, so 29. Oh, no.
You said it was
I
29,
don't know
so
what
it'd
I'm
be
saying.
14.
No,
So
the
49
total is
base damage.
49, divide that by 2,
Oh.
but I was going into the 50s rather than the 40s, so it's 24.
Okay.
24 points of piercing damage is what you take.
Okay.
And that will be its turn. Shada, it is now your turn.
Alright,
Use that for
so
some die.
bonus action, Shada is going to activate the Sunblade,
Okay.
and he's going to run over, 15 feet and make some attacks,
All right.
in which he now has 3 of.
Ooh.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh my god.
Say
15
15,
will hit.
a 20,
And,
and a
all 3
16.
hit. So a total of
Okay.
that's 26, 37 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
So, how's it look when he goes for one of those attacks against Flynn?
So you just
He's
see
got
these
his
3 tentacles wrapped around Flint's tiny skull. That's all you're able to see. It's kind of just like covering his head.
Okay, so Shada's gonna run up and he's going to, strike his, the enemy's chest or back, twice, and then go for the neck to cut off the head.
All right. Yeah. So you slice down once and cut off his arm. It kind of like flails. And you slice it down across the back as it turns around, and then finally with a swift swipe of your blade, the head with a cauterizing wound is sliced clean off, and kind of like the tentacles slide off of Flint's head, lobs onto the ground very slowly. And that will effectively end initiative.
All right. While my Twilight Sanctuary is still up, I'm going to walk around everybody and make sure everybody gets their own fair share of temporary hit points.
Shada's gonna slap Flint on the face a couple times. Try to see if he comes to.
I'm gonna make some intelligence saving throws just to see if it lasts the full minute or not.
Oh my god.
What's the DC on that?
15.
Okay.
15.
So that 19.
Yeah, so about after 12 more seconds, Sam snaps out of it.
7, 8, 9, 10. No,
A whole minute. A
full minute.
Wow. Wow.
Jack's just
Hey,
looking over the body of the one that he killed.
That
What the hell was
wasn't
this?
fun.
That's a mind flare.
A what?
A what?
That's a mind flare.
How do you know?
Well, okay. So while I was gone for about 2 years, I met these guys. They called the Githyanki, and they hate these things. So basically, what these things are is they're either from another dimension or from the future or another dimension in the future. Anyway, so they had enslaved the Gith, and then the Gith broke free from their slavery, and they divided into a couple of factions, and one of them just hunts down. They also came back in time / through dimension. It's confusing. Anyway, they hunt Illithids, mind flayers. And I stayed with them for a while, and yeah, these things eat brains. It was trying to do it to me. Look, see? And I show them the back of my head where it was carving into my skull. They also have little pets that look like brains, and they all serve a big brain, and they reproduce by eating brains. They like brains. You said I knew a ton about them, so I.
Lenore Valine mentioned something about a hive mind. I guess they're all linked.
Well,
So
Is there a
it'd be
way
good for us,
to
wouldn't it?
our minds from this? Does anybody know any magics? What we really need is an intellect fortress.
I'm an intellect fortress.
And he just kind of looks at him and says, yes, but we need one for everyone.
Something tells me we're not going to go far by impersonating someone. Going in here.
How are
Yeah.
the prisoners doing?
Or what?
The prisoners, the ones that we that they were trying to inject with stuff.
Yeah, let's go check on them.
Yep.
We killed him though.
Sir,
Okay, never mind.
gotcha.
Um,
I'm gonna ruffle through my stuff and see if I have tea. If I can make tea. I mean, I can go find water and I can boil it.
Gotcha.
Do you have
Your
tea?
Majesty.
I can make you tea if you have some.
I can make this place smell like tea, but I don't have any tea.
Your Majesty, it looks like you're safe now. Do you know how to return to your castle from here? And whereabouts is your palace, Your Grace? I see. And how's the tabaxi doing? How about the old man that they were hassling? Okay, I'd like to go through their bodies, if I may. Just like rifle through their stuff. Yeah, like what have they got in them?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, set of keys. Nice. Okay. Okay, I'll pocket both.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing else?
So just the one woman screaming about the kingdom and how she's the queen and how dare they treat her this way and where's my tea? And then yeah.
Okay, well, we have our cover, everyone. If we needed a way back in there, this is it.
We just need to find a way to shield ourselves from detection. Because, like, somebody's got to ride in front of the cart and drive it. If they try to communicate with us, like, how are we going to fake that?
Oh, I'll think of something. I'll go up front. I can drive this car. Driven a few carriages
Okay.
before my time.
I'll go ahead and hop in back and pretend to be one of the captives.
What is everybody else doing?
But we have to get in that place.
I can hide underneath the carriage. Hold on to the bottom.
I don't know how well I could disguise myself with my armor.
Why don't we all get inside? Well, a few of you, at least. You could get inside and just pretend. And if they have questions, we leap into action. I don't imagine it's gonna go very quietly. Hopefully it'll be quiet for as long as we can. But after what we just saw, I think we're gonna need everyone.
That thing we were talking about with like milky white eyes, is that in character?
Nope.
No. But is that a thing that we noticed though?
We haven't run across that thing yet, so.
Right. So we have no way of knowing. Okay.
So what are y'all doing?
I'm getting up top onto the driver's seat and just keeping the door open for people to come get inside.
Well, up inside.
I guess I'll get inside.
I'm gonna disguise myself like one of the orderlies, I guess.
Okay.
This starts to feel like a bad idea. Someone let me know, because as far as I can tell, this is our option. Someone's
This
got a better
feels like-
idea, by all means.
This feels like a bad idea, but
What else can we do at this point, though? Like, our
Yeah.
literal only option would be to somehow burrow our way through one of the walls. And then completely avoid detection and also find the captives.
is that an option? Can we do that?
What is the wall made of? Is it made of stone?
You don't know. You've never been to the place.
Okay.
Never been. We haven't been there yet. So let's proceed. This is what we're doing.
All right. So
Everyone in?
you all gather into the cart. Jack kind of takes the reins, disguises one of the orderlies, and with a quick twist of the reins, the cart lurches forward. The woman's still in the back. Where's my playing cards? My crown! My crown! It's missing its jewels! Which one of you is one of the thieves who took it? She starts screaming.
We
Rational
killed the
about-
thieves.
We killed the thieves, but the jewels were already sold.
Bloody traitors, all of them. Those were good tax dollars that paid for them.
Shadow will lean over to Flint and say, she's awful loud, isn't she?
Sorry, say that again. What?
She's awful loud, isn't she?
She is. But I expect that they expect that she's gonna be awful loud, so...
No, she was
Guess it
supposed to
wouldn't
be
be an issue.
sedated. They were starting to sedate the people.
Not these two. They only knocked out the one in the alley. This one they just picked up from the prison.
Okay, so which way would you go? Would you try and sedate all three of them at the same time, or one at a time?
Sam sitting next to the tabaxi, who's kind of ignoring, he looks at you, just like slowly and goes, "You think that cloud is shaped like a bunny rabbit?"
I think the cloud is shaped like a bunny rabbit.
Never mind, that's a strange thing to ask, I guess. This goes back and stares off into the distance.
I look in the same direction he's looking at to try and see what it is he's trying to look at.
Just through the barred window. You do direct the cart to the path that leads up to the hill where the asylum is located.
Cool.
At this point, you're all making your way through this little wooded area that will soon break away to the asylum as you're going uphill.
Okay.
Where is this machine taking us?
Oh,
Will there be
To
cake
some
and
quarters
other
we've arranged
sweeties
for the
there?
night. To some quarters we've arranged for the night, ma'am.
This is a tabaxi.
Oh,
Mother always liked to give me sweeties.
Do you think we should bring these guys in unconscious?
Do you think we should bring them in at all? Do you think we should pretend to be unconscious? Like we were ones that were just picked up off the street, like the guy that they the guy that they were trying to grab when we showed up.
Flint,
We could pretend to be unconscious, that way if they open it up and they're like, "Bleh," we could be like, bang.
Sure.
That's true.
I'm gonna go
I think
ahead
you
and
pass
cast
off as
Mage
a
Armor real
sedated
quick.
person.
Nothing bad happens.
Happened.
Oh,
And-
no, I'm just casting a buff.
Jack, you get to the gates, the iron gates of the asylum.
I'm gonna pretend to be asleep or
and
unconscious.
They slowly open.
Tend to be asleep.
You all can roll a deception check. They slowly open as you approach. You pull into the cobblestone courtyard.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
So, pulling into the courtyard, there is a fountain in the center of it, and this large building is stretched out before you. It has two wings on the left and right. It is 2-story, and there is a number of white-robed figures walking about. As you pull up the cart, the one of these figures, a woman, walks up to you and just like stares at you for a moment. Stares a little bit longer.
I'll nod. Some of them are within earshot.
I see.
Picked up a rough group. They think they're fighters.
Are they shackled?
Yes.
Very well. She'll kind of give like a whistle. And two more will come out and they'll go to the back of the cart.
I rolled a natural 20 for my deception.
Deception.
So 21 total.
And an 18.
I need to roll one too.
Yeah, if you're acting like you're sleeping.
Sure. Wow. I rolled a 4.
Zuck got a 19.
Let's see. Kizeski is going to cast Thaumaturgy to make his eyes a bit more dull looking.
Okay. So they're gonna open up the back of the cart and say, "You let them keep their weapons and armor."
Oh, they think it's weapons and armor. No,
I think it's weapons and
only
armor
way.
too.
it looks that way. It's the only way we could get them to come. Illusory facsimiles.
Add this. You're back. You're gonna look to one of the other ones and say, "Get the doctor. She'll want to see this." At this point, there are now 4 more of them, so 7 of them total, kind of walking out into the courtyard. And soon you hear, "Well, what do we have here?" And stepping out into the door is a wild red-haired woman with wrinkles across her face, wearing these large goggles with these heavy, thick lenses, kind of making her eyes almost look fish-like. Wearing a white lab coat with a belt tied around her waist, beneath it, black trousers, and a red tunic shirt. No need to pretend. We know who you are. Or you are certainly
continue
not
pretending
one of
too.
us.
She's saying that to me.
Yeah.
I'll stand up. And you'd be the doctor.
Dr. Frida Vogenschlau. At your service.
Dr. Frida Vogelschlau. You have something of ours here. I understand you're doing some important work.
Yes. Quite important.
We have
However,
been sent.
we are not interested in any of your fighting ways and bloodshed, so I'm going to offer you a deal. We will just return to you, that is your companion, and you can be on your way. Allow us to continue our work. Or you become a permanent resident of our establishment.
Is he here? Is he safe?
He is just through that door and down the hall. Would you like
Could
to
you
see
send him out here? Why don't you send him out?
Now, what insurance do we have?
I'm not currently killing you.
I say, like, still pretending to be asleep.
Well, what would you feel safer? What would make you feel safer? If we were out here, far away from your establishment, where we can't do any damage? Or if we were inside?
You can step into my office, have a little chat. I have fresh biscuits.
All of us. Okay. DM, vibe check real quick.
Make an insight check.
Cool.
Yeah, I kind of want an insider too.
Okay, 22. So, kind of sensing all this. Well, as long as we're talking about trust, I'm sure you won't object then if we all go together. I'll have to make sure my companions are safe, of course.
So, would you like to join?
You could agree to your terms. Yes. Why don't we all head to your office?
Very well.
Okay.
Step on out of the cart, everyone. It's a pity that you
Go ahead
had
and
to execute two of our own companions, weakening us.
Somehow
It's a
I think
pity
we
my
did
fr-
fine.
It's a pity my friends aren't here.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So she's gonna stand in the doorway as you enter the asylum.
Yeah, we're gonna, I guess, follow her lead. Yep.
Very well.
Oh man, this place.
Something's. Yeah.
So, stepping into the asylum, you are brought into a lobby with a desk. And there are two staircases on the left and the right that lead directly up to the second floor. Right above on the banister of the second floor is a double oak door, which she guides you up and into, bringing you to her office. There is a kind of like a lounging chair with her desk, and then another chair across from it. A number of books and specimen jars and models.
We didn't see any patients on the way here, did we?
Not in the lobby, but there was a good amount of noise on the door directly at the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, probably the cafeteria. It's around the time of the meals, I suppose. Mealtime right now.
Mm.
Alright,
You see,
so...
we do good work. We take those who are ill and simply give them a better purpose in life.
And what purpose is that?
Oh, to
Do
be
you
part of
rehabilitate
something
them?
more. One of us.
I see.
I think it's murder time.
I have a proposition.
Oh, are you in such a place to be making a proposition?
I suppose.
When it's murder time, yes.
Well, I have a bit of a question, right?
She's gonna sit
So
down on her desk.
we're just making a deal here, right?
I mean, I
Yes, for the
already
release of
offered the terms.
Lumiscan.
No strings attached?
You get Loomis gun, and you leave.
If that's all it is, then there shouldn't be an issue with me using magic to decipher truth then, would there?
I do not see one.
Okay. Then subject yourself to this next spell that I cast.
Very
I'm
well.
going to use a second level spell slot to cast Zone of Truth.
She doesn't resist.
Okay. Carry on.
I have nothing more to say. That is it. You take your friend and you leave.
You're afraid of us, aren't you?
Oh, no, 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 no. I am simply maintaining the betterment of the colony.
That sounds like you're afraid.
I mean, there will be
I
loss
said it
of
in the
life,
Zone
but
of
I'm
Truth.
afraid at the end of it, you will be the ones to lose your lives.
The work you've been doing here, we've been led to believe it has to do with the dragon attacks.
Oh, yes.
You've been researching bloodlines.
And I am happy to report that we did manage to find the one, and it is all ready to go.
Oh, I see. We happen to be invested in fighting the dragons. What exactly is it that you found, and what are you going to do with the one? You're going to work with some kind of orb, is that about right?
Would you like to see?
I'd like you to tell me. Since we're having a conversation.
The orb is for the controlling purpose of the dragon kind.
We've heard it summons them. I didn't hear much about controlling them.
Yet to be determined.
Why would
I
you want to
imagine they
control dragons?
I mean,
Bring them all to one place.
Sounds like something that could be dangerous for you, especially if they lay waste to your colony. But I imagine you have a way of handling it, controlling it.
She's gonna take a very long sip of her tea.
I know a lady who really wants tea. She's outside.
And we will take care of her. Thank you for the delivery.
Controlling dragons can lead to some pretty destructive results. What are your plans with all those dragons? Are you just gonna keep them here?
Dragons are quite strong creatures.
Are you going to make them kind of like you?
I do not know what you mean by like me. A scientist?
You said that you were going to make the patients one of you, and the two of your comrades that we met before, they don't look the way that the people here currently look.
Do you plan on making the dragons part of your hive?
Oh, that was not the deal with Madame Levine. We activate the orb, and she continues to let us exist here.
Very clever. Neither yes
Making
nor no.
people
Just saying-
disappear.
I mean, there's a
Maybe
reason why
disappear
the
every time.
Empire does not have any beggars on the streets.
That is not true. Have you been to the streets? There's beggars everywhere.
Not in this Empire. It's been noted on that before that there's not particularly a lot of homeless people or those in this area, but due to recent events, there has been a little bit more. But when you guys first got to Cataran, it was discussed how it was extravagant, clean.
It was also discussed how burned down an orphanage and how I
Informed.
was helping orphans in the like sneaking them into the kitchen to teach them how to cook and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not. So the orphanage was in Thorm. The orphans, not exactly street dwellers.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All right, where's Lundiskan? Is he on his way? Have you sent for him?
He is in the common area.
Where's the common area?
Right below us, of course.
Why don't you bring him up here?
Very well. She'll pick up the little bell and like little tinkles, and then one of the orderlies comes in. She says, the dragonborn fella that is our special guest. Would you bring him up for us, please? Very well. And soon enough, a few moments, a Lumiscon wearing the gray clothes of the residents kind of walks into the room, frail looking. His spectacles are missing. Kind of steps into the room.
Pumaskan.
Shada.
I got a question for you, Lumiscon. If you had the option to fight and kill all these things, would you?
I believe it would be in our best interest to leave.
Can I insight check that?
I'm going to insight.
Roll for insight.
Better yet, can you make a charisma saving throw because he stepped into my zone of truth?
Sure.
Excellent.
Ooh.
That is going to be an 18.
An 18 is right on my DC.
It's a 10.
10? Hard to read.
Lumiskan, I can't imagine what you've been through. But I can't tell you we're here to get you out. Are you ready to leave?
I'm ready to go home.
I know.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Well, we have what we came here for. And I'm gonna look deeply unhappy about it.
Do we? Because we came here for all of the Dragonborn, and we have one.
We were making plans for all the Dragonborn, yes.
You did say you found the one you were seeking.
Why keep the rest of them?
We did make a deal. I give you Lumiscon and you leave.
Hey, Professor.
Doctor.
Doctor. Do you know who built this asylum? Perchance?
This asylum was once a noble house, or the family that presided over it before the Great Conquering. It has since turned into what you see today.
Very old house then. Okay.
I think we're going to have to insist that we now negotiate terms for the release of the rest of your Dragonborn captives.
No.
Are they to be your food then?
nothing of the sort.
Darn, I had a very un-Sam-like thought there, so I'm not going to share it.
Does anybody know a quick way to and from the astral plane?
I have no idea.
Death, something like that.
I suppose.
I don't think that. I don't think death takes you to the astral plane. Wait, don't. Never mind.
I was about to say something out of character that Flint would not know.
Is Flint attuned to the astral plane?
I spent a very long time there, and I have some friends there that would be very interested in this place.
I have a DM question.
What's that?
Can I use Flint as material component for plane shift if needed?
No, he's not the type of item you need for that. As cool as it would be, just, you know.
Yes.
Let's go, everyone. Back to the carriage. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, and that sounds
Let's down.
Ta-ta. You two see them out.
See you later! I mean that. I will see you later.
Okay. Can I also take a look at the structure of this building and see how easy it would be to collapse it?
The building is stone and wood.
Stone and wood. Okay, so we could set it to fire. Or... Okay. If anybody happens to know stone shape. But...
I do not.
Okay.
I can
So
punch
we're
stones.
we're walking Lumiskana to the front gate, I suppose, given that it's not our cart.
Right?
Okay. Did they do anything to you? Are you feeling you quite yourself?
I'm just shaky is all.
Did they hurt you?
No, they were just very cold. Nothing
Did you?
physical.
Shada's gonna like bring an arm around Lumiscon and like hold him close to him while they walk out.
How does your brain feel?
Intact.
Did you see anything in there? Anything that they might have been doing to the others?
I had several roommates that would come and then after a day or sometimes even a few hours would be taken out and not return.
How many of them would you say there are? How many have you seen?
Remaining 8.
8.
Out of 30?
About a day ago there was some sort of rift that opened and this large corpse of a blue dragon was brought in, and the doctor took it somewhere, I don't know.
What size blue dragon?
Not one of the ones I've heard about, but rather
One of the smaller ones, maybe.
Was it missing a bunch of scales and stuff?
it was.
Oh.
That's just great, isn't it?
Okay.
How many of those creatures do you think there are in there? The orderlies, the doctors, the purple things. Did you see them with tentacles at all?
The orderlies, there has to be, including the assistants and assist the doctor. In total, I've seen maybe 25, 30.
That's a lot of heat, everyone. I don't know if we can take that.
I don't think we can. Not without
Not all at once.
magic assistance.
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that if they get their hands on a live dragon, they're gonna turn it into one of them. And then we're gonna have to fight that thing. And I don't want to do that.
We are at this point still questioning the doctor, right?
Nope, we've exited.
You have left
Okay.
the building.
Just double checking.
Yeah,
Because I was about to say, when we did ask him about that, he completely avoided the line of questioning inside my zone of truth. He didn't say that he was going to not turn them into dragons, which basically confirms it, because you're not allowed to lie, but you can avoid the question. So that would confirm that we cannot let them get any dragons.
Well, I know some Gith. If we can get to the astral plane, we can contact them. They'd be very happy to come here and murder all of these people. All of them.
We'd need a gate, I think.
Do we have a way to contact another plane?
Well,
right now.
Not at the moment. Lenore, though, she can open up gates to other planes, I believe. Right?
Let's get Lemniscon back to the safe house.
Yeah, we should really do that.
Okay, welcome back. Casting the occasional regretful glance back at the building. Damn.
Yeah.
We'll come back for them with reinforcements.
I'm happy we have Lumiscon back, but we definitely have some work to do here.
They were just picking people up, putting them in there. Like there was so much cattle. Damn. What a world.
You make your way back through the wooded area to the end of the city. At this point, it's about mid-afternoon from the walk that you had to take. And eventually you find your way back to the safe house. And you're able to enter it quite easily. Lenore is not there currently. I think I'm gonna lay down.
Of course, take all the rest you need, Lumiscon.
Can we, physically
I miss
inspect
you.
him?
What are you
Can we
looking
physically
for?
inspect him for, damage, signs of any trauma, anything that he might have, just suppressed out of shock?
Roll for psychology. You can roll a medicine check.
Oh, nice. That is a 17.
Looking at him as he walks by, I mean, he's clearly in shock. He might have endured more than he's letting on. But there are no bruises except around his wrist from the shackles he might have had put on him for a long time. So I can really make out.
Okay. So there's that at least. So I just need all sorts of reassurance that this is actually him that we're talking to. Okay.
You know who would be really useful right now? That wizard guy who's undead.
Where did he get to?
There might be a way to contact other planes. Like a spell for that. I figure the wizard might know.
Yeah. Short of him being in hailing distance, I'm fresh out of ideas. From here, I think we could maybe wait for Lenora to come back. Chat with her about this. Could be she's got some power here. We could leverage. What do you think?
Possible. Possible.
I really don't like leaving that place up.
She has at least partial domain over the asylum, right?
Lenore? No.
No.
I don't like that we left her alive either. Guys, none of this is sitting well with me. We're leaving evil things alive, left and right. We're working with them when they're just pure bad.
Well, a couple of things. One, we have a greater evil to attend to. That's not to say it should stop us. But the one that really stopped me was, well, him. Well, motion till it was gone. You really wanted to start a fight with all those things? With him in the room? Shackled? Not to mention, gods know how many of them out there. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but I thought just the two of them seemed like trouble. Maybe we could have taken on 5 of them, maybe a little more, but 30? An army?
We did take down a dragon, but that is a lot of them.
Honestly,
Sure.
one blast from one of them had 2 of us just sitting there doing nothing while the rest of you fought. 30 blasts, I don't think any of us could really do anything while they just ate us
Yeah,
or made us permanent residents.
it's a very good point, Sam.
We were at a disadvantage. They could very well have killed us right then and there. We might have taken a few of them down with us, but our best chance at taking that place down is by sneaking in if we can. Undetected.
Collapsing the building on top of them.
Calling an army from the astral plane.
What's their leadership structure like? What do you know? Who are they? Do they serve something or someone?
A big fucking brain.
Sounds like the ideal target. Take out the big brain, the rest of them follow. But is this a risk that we all need to take right now? Gods, I don't know.
How much time do we have before the next important thing?
Well, I don't know. When's the next dragon attack? Is that scheduled for Tuesday?
Well, I mean, there is that thing, oh gosh, with the lake. With the portal to the plane of water, there's that, if nothing else. It's only been a couple days, I think.
You
It's
have
in-
4 days until the portal to the plane of water is supposed to open.
Did you say 4?
4. You had a week.
I thought it was 2 weeks. Okay.
Might have been 2 weeks. So you have. I'll have to look back, but for now, in this immediate time, we will. You have time to do other things.
We need to. Does Flint know about Gust?
Unless someone told him about it.
Okay. Well, okay. Then we need to stop dragons. What do you mean? Flint doesn't know about the portal to the water plane either. What do you mean, portal to the water plane? What?
Or Flint.
So, staff with Fire Elemental got stolen, and they're going to break it to unleash one of the big nasty dragons.
You remember the staff that we went to the Dragon's Lair for, where you initially disappeared?
Okay, so we got a staff from a dragon, and then the dragons took it back, and the dragons are using it to free a dragon.
Yes.
Okay. So do we get the staff back? Is that what we do?
I don't know if we're able
I don't know
to.
if that's within our, options.
So then what is our option?
We know Ember, before he left, he mentioned there was an artifact that was currently being transported to the north of us. It was the Silver Band crew was transporting it. That's something that we could look into. It's of interest to the dragons.
Out of
Silver
character.
Band may not know what they have.
There's this there are these ruins actually.
Can we go back to the world map, please?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, wait, wrong computer.
Also, out of character, just north of us, pretty close to us. There's somebody important right here.
Zeril?
Yep. Yep. Denton's mom is in Zeril.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
But Flint does not know that.
I will say, just north of the Azure marshlands, there's supposed to be some abandoned ruins full of possible loot for us. Things that might be worth picking up before that big fight.
Okay, so
Those are marshlands.
we need to get a magic dagger from north, and then we also have to go to the north for loot, magic loot in a marsh. And then we have to go to the plane of water to fight a dragon so it doesn't unleash a dragon.
Yes.
But a bigger dragon than themselves.
Man, I think dragons multiplying is just a general problem we should prevent anyway.
Yes.
You guys said something about a big shadow dragon thing, right? How do we prevent that guy from getting the fuck out?
Guns, no. Just killing the others first, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
They would appear so.
If there's no one to release him, then he stays imprisoned.
How many dragons are released?
2?
Do we know where they are? Because we could just go there and fucking kill them before they wake up the other dragons, then problem solved.
Well, the two dragons.
I don't know about you. No idea where they are. Last we saw them, they were in Cataran. Then they flew off.
We know that they're
Or
going
it's
to
really
be at
bad.
that lake north of Ashtar, but other than that, no clue.
At this point, the door opens up to the safe house, and stepping into it is Lenore.
Ah, you're back.
Minister.
Sorry.
You're an evil bitch.
I've been called that one before. Hurts a little bit.
You know what's gonna hurt? I throw a fucking frying pan at her.
Roll to attack with frying pan.
Fuck.
It's not. She's just gonna sidestep and it's just gonna hit the wall.
Hey, Flint.
I feel like our
What?
relationship has been damaged somewhat.
I'll show you damage! I throw the wooden spoon at her.
Roll to
No.
attack with the wooden spoon.
28.
That's gonna hit her upside the forehead.
He's upset about the mind flayers running the asylum. Turns out
In my
you may
defense,
deal
I
with them.
did attempt to warn you. I was shushed.
Can we kill her yet?
No.
No.
We still need her.
Do you know how to contact other planes, lady?
I do not.
What use are you?
I have plenty of information. I have offered you in exchange for my life. Well, did she
Yes,
tell you
and
about
you've
her
been-
project?
She did. Yes. Said she found the ones she was looking for.
Oh, so she could be close to be controlling her project.
Indeed. What could that mean for them? Couldn't they use that against you? Couldn't they use that in some kind of quest for power? I mean, they hardly seemed like the sharing type.
I mean, the point was to resurrect a draconic corpse and let their leader merge with it, and then use the Orb of Dragonkind to control it and fight the others on our behalf. And I would say that it
sounds
seems like they're pretty
insane.
close. You've seen what they can do.
They're a sketchy
You
bunch.
fought a half-injured dragon, claim it as a great victory. Imagine what 2 of them could do, or 3, or one more powerful than all of those 10 times over.
We fought a half-injured dragon after we were half-injured fighting fucking you and the other evil bastard running this country.
Stand your ground, laws. You're in my home.
Evil bitch.
Giving them that kind of power. Don't you see the danger in that? So okay, let's walk through this, right? Give them the means to let their leader or something to that effect transform into this abomination that they're creating down there with a dead dragon. Now we've created something that's maybe strong enough to take on the rest of them. Maybe. What then? You think they'll back down so easily? You think they'll cease to be any kind of problem for you? Your problems would only just begin. Because now, in addition to these great dragons that are presenting such peril for everyone else, you've now got this situation on your hands, right on your very doorstep. Lenore. I can't imagine who else you've been getting into bed with at this point.
You know, they see you like you see everybody else.
Well,
Tools.
I have secured your ship. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Don't know how much use it would be now that you've turned up empty-handed, but that's the way.
I'll
the
show
cookie
you an
crumbles.
empty hand.
I'm not.
No. Hey Flint. You mentioned an army of Gith we might be able to assemble, right?
Oh, surely you do not mean them.
Have you seen them fight anything? Do you know how much they hate Illithids?
Do I know how war crazed they are? They're nearly as bad as the orcs. Or the
They don't-
hobgoblins.
They don't care about the prime material plane. They care about mind flayers.
Oh. Sweet little.
Might take a small war to bring down this asylum. We can't do this alone. And they certainly have all the reason to just storm in there, I'm sure. By the end of it, we may not need to do anything. And it'll free all the Dragonborn. It's worth a
All
shot.
the ones that will be left.
Right.
I do have some information.
What's that?
It appears that the artifact known as Gust is nearly halfway to Cyrindale. It's just what appeared in Tierasdun today, this morning.
Tyrwin.
And it should
Alright.
be in Cyrindale, within a week.
That's not good news.
Who has the Gust?
The Silver Band. And if we were
I know
able-
them.
If we're able to procure it, it could be used to access the plane of air if needed, which I believe one of the other generals is currently imprisoned.
Alright.
They offered to take care of my mom.
Could you get us there?
Well, I can get you close by, and Ian, but I do not have access to Tierasdun or Cyrandale, where it's going to end up.
Yeah, but you said a week.
Well, that's when it's going to arrive in Cyrandale. If you head in the opposite direction of them, you'll meet up with them in half a week.
Quick
And
question
the-
for the party. Do we have any way of getting, like, using magic to get from Cataran to Tierasdun?
That was definitely
Magic Boy is gone.
Jack,
Not anymore.
it's at this point you notice that sitting on your shoulder was a small little wolf spider. And it's gonna crawl. It's gonna like leap off your arm and crawl across the table. And Lenore's gonna hold her hand out, and it's gonna crawl up to her arm and sit on her shoulder. I've been with you the whole time.
Oh, I see. Well, then you've been kept abreast with what we saw.
Do we make a stop at Cataran and then go to where we need to go?
Okay.
I worry that we're running out of time. What's it now? 4 days now till the plane of water opens. Where do we want to be when that happens?
Pending verification.
I'm
Hmm.
I don't know yet.
I'm pretty sure it's 11 days. I'm like 98% sure.
Okay, where do we want to be when that happens?
There's
That-
more.
Not sure yet. Oh yeah.
Apparently, allegedly, a number of draconic cult members have vacated cities, taking a bit of people with them. And my scouts have reported in the Katizi Plains, they are committing rituals where they're now grafting flesh of other dragons onto their selves.
Where's the Katizi Plains?
Easy grasslands in the middle of the Searville Federation.
Oh, over there. Okay, cool.
It seems that they are rebuilding some of the cities.
Using dragonic graphs.
Rather,
Okay.
fortresses for their own militaristic action. We have a very large scale battle ahead of us, and if they are able to release Beskar the Insatiable, it's going to be even more bloody.
Yeah.
So, I believe our current priority is getting Gust as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And then
Sounds like that.
at that point, the dragons will be our next priority. And then after that, should we deal with the asylum after that? Maybe.
Yeah.
Think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, by that point, they might have something going that's like too late, but like
Maybe.
we
Gotta-
prioritize.
Do you think your mom's gonna be safe now?
In Thorm?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I also don't know what the dragons would want to do with.
I can name a few. I'm sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Elaborate.
I mean, what is the wealthiest nation in the world?
The Secmac-theocracy.
Incorrect.
I heard a story.
Specifically, the gold
I heard a
hammers.
I heard a story about a magic pyramid.
I guess so. The gold hammers would be a good target for greedy dragons, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Luckily, they have quite a bit of mountains.
You're
If
aware
only there was
of
some sort of mechanical army that they could use to. Oh, wait.
What am I waiting for?
Anyway,
I think I missed something.
Right.
where's our first? Where are we going? We need Lumiscon to get home.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Yeah.
have that arranged.
Please do so.
Would you be able to take us to both spots? First to leave our friend where he needs to be, and then after that, we'll need to retrieve this artifact, Gast. I think we can agree it's
going
of
to
paramount
take
importance.
quite a bit of my power to teleport twice in a day.
Good thing we won't need much more from you than that.
Look how much I care.
Will our deal be concluded then?
Our deal is concluded when we've taken out the dragons.
But I can't simply follow you around.
No. Of course, you'll have your own matters to attend to.
I promise not to kill you until we kill the dragons.
Seeing if you survive first, of course. Jack, I do have this for you. She's gonna pull out a glass vial, and it's gonna be this pale purple liquid. It's my last.
Another vial.
My last bit. It's a poison of a purple worm.
Oof.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
Oof.
That's
You're the person of information, right? Jack
Okay.
would like some information about a person who may or may not be dead.
Who is this person?
Just look at Jack.
Baron Hawkthorne.
I wanted to know if he survived the attack.
Yes. Have you heard from him this morning? Today?
If you give me a moment to send out a few messages. She'll go and she'll sit down and she'll just like meditate for a moment. After a few minutes. It seems that while traveling to Terranold, Hawkthorne had some sort of hemorrhaging in his brain and quite gruesome death, but he appeared to die in a carriage.
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
I'm going to assist him because, like, I'm looking at her kind of
Do you want to roll your own insight, or should I?
there.
Okay. I rolled a. Oh, I have a +0. Also a 16.
I mean, seems to be forthcoming.
So it's done. I wasn't there to see it. Well,
Did you have something to do
I suppose
with
we'll have
it?
To do with what?
I'll just smile. I don't know what you mean.
If I die, perhaps
Oh,
I
oh,
know
if
someone to be a successor.
A successor.
If she says.
Well,
My time will come, gnome.
Sooner than you think, woman.
Well,
where are you going with this?
shall we travel to Cataran?
Please.
Very well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
with a little bit of magic casting, you find yourselves in the divine square of Cataran. City's still being rebuilt from the attack just a few days ago. But people seem to be recovering.
Hey, Shada, don't we own like a building here? Like, didn't that the halfling guy give us a building?
That he did, which was named in your sake, actually.
You named it a timber?
We named it Flint.
Oh,
It
okay.
it may have seen a bit of wear and tear since the dragon went through it, but
I
it
mean,
looked alright last we saw.
it was like a shithole when we left, so
No, it's
no expectations.
by comparison, it's actually quite a bit better now. But even with the damages, you'd be happy to know that the kitchen's still up, if I'm not wrong.
Wonderful.
But you know, we're just making a quick stop through to bring Lumiscon back.
And lunch. It is about
The-
lunchtime.
The guards in each city have also been notified to take down your wanted posters.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Something regarding traitor giving us false information to take heat off of his own back or something. Not quite sure.
Huh, a traitor, huh? Wonder who that could be.
Well,
Thank you.
then it'll be nice not to have to look over our backs all the time.
Not for mine, people at least.
You've come through for us, Lenore, and I appreciate that. Right. So, Lumiscun, Flint and Steel, is mostly intact, but it needs some help. We left a few people behind to look after it, but I'm sure they'll be very happy to have you back.
I'm sure, Master Jack. However, I believe I'm going to take the next few days to go fish at the lake.
I'm sure there's
Of course.
somebody specifically at the Flint and Steel who misses you a lot.
She can come.
But check in there first. In the meantime,
Yeah.
if anyone has to drop anything off or get ready for the next step,
We should probably get food before we leave. We have no food. All we have is like 500 pounds of dragon meat, and it doesn't cook well.
Lenore, would you
Oh.
bear with us as we gather some rations, drop off some of the things that we have there at the Flint and Steel, and then perhaps then we'll be on our way up to the Tierwin, at which point, well, we'll have to part ways.
I will meet you back here at sundown.
Perfect.
I have to go speak
Great.
with the Runstand family.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So off we go to the Flint and Steel.
Alright.
Flint and Steel, there are large cloths covering the side of the establishment that is destroyed, but repaired by the fade trees. There's a sound of hammers and saws and all kinds of carpentry work going on. It's being repaired, just done right rather than quickly.
Look at this place. It's very big.
Wasn't quite so patchy when I came, but they're doing some good
Yeah.
work.
You barely call it a shack when we first found it.
There wasn't even a kitchen.
No, there was not, and you voiced your opinion about that. But anyway, yeah, let's get in there, shall we, Lumiscon?
I'm ready.
Sure you are. Let's get in there. Yeah, Shadow will open the door for Lumiscon.
You walk in. He first takes like a deep breath, and then he walks in.
I'm gonna go find the kitchen, drop off the dragon meat.
Okay.
What should I do with all this dragon stuff, guys?
We
I
do
think
have
you should probably
stuff, right?
put it with the scales in the safe, the other scales and stuff in the safe.
Okay.
Well, what's left of the safe? I mean, that was like quite nearly on top of where all the damage happened.
Also, out of character, how do we keep track of everything that we put in the safe?
We should really have like a separate sheet for it.
Maybe like I don't know.
We could probably put it on the group notes thing.
That'd probably be the best bet.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
So walking
I'm
in, Lumiscon's the first one to enter, and just everybody's going about their business and just silence. My heavens!
Yeah.
And Nisa's gonna run up. Hug him.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna look past and see Shonda and just say, "Thank you."
Told you I was doing everything I could. Didn't want to disappoint you.
We're all skin and bones. Let's get you something to eat. And she walks him over to the bar, and they sit down. Like people kind of slap him on the back and welcome him back home as he walks through the tavern to the bar and sits down.
I'm gonna make food for us while we're there, and then also just pack rations. Basically, my carry capacity of rations.
Okay.
Well, not rations, but like food that I can make stuff with.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the vault and I'm going to empty my bag of holding out, putting all the bones and scales in there. I might leave the fillets in the kitchen.
Sounds like me when I play Skyrim.
Yes.
All the bones
basically.
and dragon
Yeah.
scales into the safe.
One chest.
Never to be touched again.
Oh,
Sure.
when
Yeah.
we have free time, we're touching those shits.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting crafting.
That we are.
Mm-hmm.
Although we lost 2 of our 3 smiths.
Yeah, and
Still got
one
one.
has been made painfully aware of that.
You almost lost the last one yet last week.
He did die. He did die.
Lost him for about 6 seconds.
I just realized, Boone. So I made a cook. Boone had a cook. I had a smith. Boone had a smith. Very, very interesting.
I'm going to root through the vault. I'm gonna grab my golden obsidian vault key thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring that with me.
Okay.
How much does that weigh, by the way?
It's obsidian, so obsidian's a lightweight stone. So I would say about, but gold it's heavy, so like 10 pounds.
Okay.
Jack's gonna go find a quiet corner. Just be on his own, out of earshot of everyone. He's gonna contemplate, look at his shadow for a bit, just whisper to it. So it's done. He's dead. And I wasn't even there for it.
I lie still.
Bigger things, I suppose.
For a moment, you see like the head of the shadow nod.
I don't know what to do next. I don't know where to go next. To go north? To go west? Do I disappear?
Lie still.
What do they want with me? What does he want with me? What does he? You mentioned a weapon. I haven't even thought about it. Now we're here. All that death iron lying down there in those boxes I haven't even looked at yet. Is that something he wants from me?
Still lying still.
I just thought it would feel different. Nothing's changed, has it? One more dead body on the pile.
As you're sitting there, one of the tavern patrons walk by you, a very frail, old-looking woman. She just stops and she looks at you, and for a moment, her eyes are just all white, and she says, "Balance is the way forward." And she just keeps walking. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, just talking to myself.
Oh, well. Carry on then. She's probably not gonna live much longer, a few more days, very close to death.
Grim. Alright then. I suppose we're staying the course. I'll just trust we're doing the right thing.
What is everybody else doing?
Have we seen our dragon friend?
Oh, so Meloni.
Yeah.
Meloni is currently sitting at the bar, drunk as shit. Not being very familiar with alcohol.
Should probably tell her that we killed that white dragon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one that she was chasing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Whee! She like swivels around on the stool.
Hey, hello, 9.
Yes. Yes. Kitty cat.
Okay, remember your white-haired friend that you came here with?
The white-haired person.
The dragon? The white one?
Oh, yes, that one.
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm gonna stare at you for a moment. Oh my goodness. Hold on,
Yes.
hold on. And she's gonna take her hand and like wave it, and like there's a little flash of this like golden light, and suddenly washes. She goes, "You don't say." She just casts Luster Restoration on herself to sober up.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, we killed the fuck out of him!
I was happy enough to deliver the killing blow.
Who are you?
Oh, I recognize you by your statue out front. I am Melanie. I am a member of the human race.
That's a weird thing to say. I'm a member of the Sniff Noblin.
Oh,
Shada leans down to Flint and whispers in his ear. Alright, she's a dragon, but she's a good dragon.
Oh! Good dragon. Okay. Hey, dragon lady, what do you think we should do about the other two dragons that are still alive?
I was mostly sent just to stop the one.
Yeah, well, we did that, so...
right,
advice?
and I protected your home.
You didn't do a very good job of it. Look at this place.
Yeah, so as a fellow mortal, I would suggest that you stop them.
A good plan.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's pretty sound.
Right, so from what you know, they're going where?
I don't know anything.
We're going to the lake.
What do you know about mind flayers and mind flayer dragons?
I don't believe the one's ever been created before. I've never heard of a mind flayer dragon.
Okay, cool. Because there's this place down south in Tierasdun that has a whole bunch of mind flayers and the body of a dead dragon. And they're trying to make a mind flayer dragon.
That is
They also
troubling.
have the blood of somebody to put on an orb of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the queen contacted me. She said that there is some sort of item you all might be interested in. I have spoken to her on your behalf. Something about a rod that is capable of resurrecting the dead.
Huh.
Who are we gonna resurrect?
She said it was located somewhere in these islands and here. It was the reception was kind of bad between the planes. I don't have all the information. But congrats, information, questline. We
Might
mortals
be-
like that, right?
I guess
I like to cook. I don't know what a quest line is.
we're gonna keep cooking up these dragons, aren't we, Flint?
Hopefully they're more tender than the last one.
All I know is
Maybe the
that
next one will
two
be.
of the generals are still out there. Two are imprisoned, and they need to get their master, the fifth one, unleashed.
Hold on, what? Okay, so do they need the 4 remaining generals to be there to unleash the master?
It's rather just collection of power. Or is easier, I would say. But there's always other dragonkin that they could recruit to their side to assist them with the freedom. It would take a few more than just the generals, but I suppose with a few other ancient dragons that could be completed.
My head hurts. I'm gonna go cook something. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So. So we need to get our hands on that dagger, right? They mentioned earlier that if we can get our hands on that dagger, it's one of the necessary things to break out that one guy who's in the plane of air. Long story short, even if they just grab a whole bunch of dragons and put it all together, I would rather just, make it as inconvenient for people as possible. Not only that, but making it more inconvenient actually buys us more time to try and, kill the generals that are out there.
Possible.
Mm-hmm. On that note, obviously dagger jumps even further up in importance. Once we have it, we can go ahead and head to the lake and see if we can't head them off, see if they're just waiting there for the portal to open. I mean, they kind of struck me as a sort of arrogant sort who would just wait right there, waiting for it to, or thereabouts, waiting for it to open. So we might actually be able to get an ambush off if we arrive early.
I don't mean to be rude, but are you familiar with that plane at all?
No.
Do you have a way of breathing underwater for a very long period of time?
I could hold my breath for a few minutes.
Oh, fuck. You see, the plane of water is a place with no surface nor depth. It is just a vast body of water. It's dangerous. There are random pools of acid in it as well. Currents that can whisk you away into the fathomless beyond. Air breathers are going to have quite a hard time.
That sounds like fun time.
So what you're saying is that we need either a magic shop or an alchemist that would help us breathe underwater for a long period of time if we wanted to go in there.
It could be useful.
Okay. Is there a magic shop in Cataran?
So the rest of the party would know that there's an herbalist shop that you've come across.
Right.
Better than nothing. We can go ahead and try that out, and if this doesn't work, we can try again over in Surrendale. When we stop there before going for the dagger.
I feel like Cyrandil might be a little bit more promising from what I've heard about it.
Flint walks back into the room carrying a tray, and on the tray there's these little 2-inch long breaded things. Just starts handing them out.
Thank you, Flint.
Try it.
Shadow will try it.
What'd you make, Flint?
Jalapeno poppers.
What?
These are spicy.
It's good though, right? You got the cheese in there to cool down the spice a little bit, and if you get far enough into it, there should be some bacon chunks.
Bacon chunks are good chunks.
This could very well be the most scrumptious thing I've ever devoured.
I'm second to a timber.
I like you
Well-
guys.
Still haven't had a timber yet. I gotta try that.
I'll be right back.
So, as Flint goes off to make Huzescu his first timber, and you all enjoy the company of your patrons and adoptive family members here in the Flint and Steel, and everything feels safe and normal for a moment. That is where we're in the session for tonight.
Hey, compianding.
Ooh. No cliffhanger here, or is there?
Mhm.
Compianding.
So everyone,
Well,
thank you
there
so
is.
much for tuning into our session for this evening. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you have not already. I would like to thank all of our role players this evening for joining us. I'm just gonna go down the list and thank all of you. Elf Visago, who had to leave us for feeling ill mid-session, Flint Timbers, our Deep Gnome Barbarian, Shadow Copperstone, our Tabaxi Fighter, and Warlock, Midnight Jack, our half-elf and Rogan Warlock, Zark Nacelle, our Human Ranger, who is off serving his country today and cannot be part of the session, Huzescu Tobalize, our Human Cleric, creator of our intro video, thank you so much, and Sam Thornton, our Human Sorcerer, artwork pending.
Artwork pending.
Funding.
Yeah, so we're going to sit here and we're going to raid another Dungeons & Dragons channel. So feel free to stick around and give them some Prestige GC love as we send you all over there. They are currently streaming their own little campaign. It looks a lot of fun. So, pray.
Yeah.
Anybody want to say anything?
Imagine being in the military. Couldn't be me.
Just to break
Not
any of the
anymore.
suspense, the secret is that Flint's poisoning the timber he's going to give to Huzescu.
No.
You guys next session.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, everyone, with that knowledge, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for our next session of Prestige Encounters, Monday for our community game night, and Thursday for our special holiday one-shot. Bye!
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.